Okay.
Na busia fo jiji solo so sa.
Okay.
Nti ni no.
Okay.
Na se wakoto che. No wakoto spectacle black. What the kwede? Spectacle black the other kwede. Nti man ko no.
Spectacle black o.
I shows no. The show be black hu na ni no. Na no she no office hu na ni no. Dark. O min kan say dark.
I don't know to be able to need that.
Say me the minim say o ka jam so much so the o kwa de besi nti me mpinima me mpinima de besi
ongongo so ko kwa to mema o much ro bi ata o so e be ma o de be mema sam
ya mpinima de besi nsi o
me dia ka me kwa de ata nya no o kwa ko to chema for no ma de da no this show mo
say na be ma de besi
no be so kwa ko da o mo so
ma de esi no
crazy o du ne ku
chairman so be net
anum jabu
chairman so net dia na asemabo
enne eye na si na ye ewo Columbus Ohio na Ghana ha nyina Ghana de na ye feyasi na ntine ho nyina ye wo
ye be wo feyasi
na nanka me pe amamu de ekoso Columbus Ohio anope kakra
Kenya bad
said there be set up ni bibia
Kenya bad
set up ni bibia anti na mbusa se born my anti
o de ma Mr.
Achia na yenhwe ayi kakra said be ya so kwade we there
it's difficult
esi agongon
the bra penino na menchichi no
so the warranty no
it will never be easy
they can solo the odima the crop because said it so
it will never be easy
oni oban na say me here
it will never be easy
na also so as solo so ayi
solo dia no oba no ko ti me di
tu what's man I asem fashion I asem
ma minim say babia ma me wo sisi abia no onim say na ase di dwabre no
when they say nyama
onim say na ase di dwabre no
Ati na you can start it no Ati ya no ama ya dey we be 1 minute bi ansana
na ase di
let's pay tribute and respect
na ase di dwabre no
said the America for you my yene said the ho set up no ne ade nti
hanoma ati say hanoma samre no efunu no mo eye ne ho adwuma say ya homache e wo ho no amu no bo say that
amu no
amu ye ne ho adwuma
efunu ye derogate
amu
no amu ye ho adwuma ne bibia we dey broni die
o chere so ma prepare now before me ya bon na me share video bi
ho no na me din komo hem say to say na omo funeral service department
omo na ye bibia
de
you go and pay them
utia ka ombe casket
you can pay as high as $14,000
ombe ma casket
$14,000
bibia to buy na ombe ma so there
for everything
e dey akusi
ti bibia ni omo body
$14,000
yes
$14,000
omo na be ma o bibia obeye wa yi no
okay
the setup $14,000 say saba ana ga je o ba na $10,000 na se nipa di akiri no kwa be ba fansu be to ticket
$10,000
ba so ahaso be ahade no ahade no so ye be $10,000
so be je wo so be
no so do makru money na ba
already free mu na me hu say wo ye yi o Ghana say who quoting in dollars about $10,000 and no cry
una utria o utria kakra
me dey o
okay why are there
mazaja
nada na onini
na no ya dey no cry
me tra me say oluma na dey nyina be jina odi omu oluma credit ni twa mo
ba so se na
dey
kakra
boss oluma ti ka chen za dey awi
sasa kakra mo manze kakra ni onze baba ohun said there nti
no wa hwa dey hey
we na koso ano pay nche ha onze setep nche also nse bibia na dem I close because of weather no I'm doing tinabontin tino
ti ha na ebe ye yi
anom ye yi no
Hey, no more year no arrangement and it is a conference.
Said on ball. Said on ball.
So there's a conference. Okay, some be sorry.
Yeah,
In terms of the body never.
More year decoration there say wedding there.
Oh, child.
Well, who my yawe? I'm a ball and hair ball.
To we are Hanuma, we black and Asian Kuyano one wedding set up
black and white.
Yeah.
It was at the other side near black.
Yeah.
And a white kakran and the other side, no, I am white now.
Yeah, wedding setup reception.
Right. Chelsea and Enzo Maresca Ekasa. Or say, wahwe adwuma wa in the first season on go for you money. Omo or say critics have chosen not to acknowledge the progress made by Chelsea. Ano say ohwe adwuma wa ye na sem go for enkai na omo ke kansem. Ye ka say we drew the semi-finals of an European competition. It's an European competition.
Yeah.
Eka say he's fighting to be among the top 4 or 5. Still, and go for a Juma. I think that he deserves some. Pep Guardiola is convinced that City will be back competing for the biggest prizes next season. Yes. So City, I'm the boy FA Cup now. They are seeing the semi-final.
I'm gonna not turn first.
Pep Guardiola must stand at the home.
Enye crown. Unse still now they say top 4 no so abishi. And I also bought FA Cup semi-final.
So standard I was set man hono. Entina. Yeah, can.
But no akra say so GFA Cup ne crown on describe City season they say.
Oh,
say total failure.
Wabre. And Postecoglou is ready to ruin Liverpool's Premier League title party. Despite his Mark Lawrenson has one and slow that next year will be tougher for him after he secured his Premier League title for the first time. Asking, okay, Ben Foster believes Ruud van Nistelrooy will have done a better job at Manchester United than Ruben Amorim. And go.
Osisanka adwuma na ohya ase no man tena ya nka obenya
12 matches I only go krada
say Leicester
na let's obi amanje
oh so osati years of Manchester United kwa fa so start season no United no
osati year no enom command no
United the man
2 months no boy no unya let's ten hard dia
but Leicester ni United the same team ya
ka say onko di league or Leicester na me ka say onko she obi or Leicester the go from the TV wa bobo check it to lo me Ruud van Nistelrooy record there was Leicester we dey check it Rebecca o record Rebecca we dey check it Ruud van Nistelrooy the record was Leicester o Leicester enye se ko league enye se ko she Liverpool oba no mo FA Cup mu no obeje mu ko ye unu za
yeah
obeje mu ko ye obe league no na no mo so abo say 8 matches so say won say go back ko granda we ko we be ade ati Amorim
oba cancer because of 2 matches no say bia United standard no Leicester standard nyepe
na ten hag dia. Okay, Ruben Amorim is expecting Marcus Rashford back at the end of the season. Amba, one guy.
Ruben Amorim. No, he's expecting him back.
With my mama, baby Okano.
Oh, that's on a press conference.
Because you make a decision over his future. Okay, so you come and then make Omanizan.
Or can't Tony Munina. Anthony they will all return.
Yes, also value at 40 million. Mate said,
and another report said Newcastle United. They think that Alexander Isak may leave. So Alexander Isak
may leave to where?
Who say clubs how do happen?
Isak England and Arsenal, Yemano.
The Arsenal striker.
Sesku.
David Jukers.
Oba.
The tender also.
So Jonah Geo carriers move to Afan. They say so they scare about.
Everything.
Say
Champions League.
Champions League. And
no, just say Real Madrid will be at 100 million.
They say team perform here normally yana players.
That's support me.
Players
value. Oh, magazine you Orlando magazine watch 100 million. For beating Real Madrid.
Oh, I'm busy. Now because Tamusha Madrid now celebrate Zadia. Muguswa celebrate Madrid.
I say I come baby.
Ha!
Magazine.
But only the money I Maria class.
When somebody entertain or London magazine entertain. I come you and I come out 100 million. So much.
Still celebrating after beating my Real Madrid. Hey! Arsenal for.
Now somebody down celebrating.
I say so.
Real Sociedad software midfielder Martins has not only decided to leave the club but already settled on joining Arsenal rather than Real Madrid. They play in their fight so many Arsenal bono. There's a player be Arsenal
Madrid no necessity no.
Ko pass.
Zubimendi wo ko Madrid do suru kakra.
Why no so no?
Suru kakra.
Because
they say Madrid board. Madrid board number boss. Where Madrid board number na clear say.
Needs to be you have Akwande say France ni na. Oni na number. We mo na Zubimendi better.
Boss, I'm out report na buy no.
Akwande si.
They need Enzo Fernandez more.
Why?
In Madrid is.
Na Enzo Fernandez ya dey change Zubimendi.
Oh.
And there's your bad Chelsea right now.
Ha, no
Hans Flick.
Chelsea boss,
Real Madrid Argentina.
Boss,
Chelsea form now.
Chelsea team is not performing up to.
Hans Flick, my boys are ready. But why is it why you confused like actually we are hard, you know.
Shall
I'm a players in some Madrid. I'm Barcelona.
Oh.
Now, if you go interview Mbappe and Musa na
still wrestling. I understand that.
They want to write their own history. Okay, so we want to win the Copa del Rey and the La Liga to compensate the fans for not defend. And then I'm at the Nebasano.
Yes, 8 p.m.
I didn't hear you.
Boss.
Boss. How much tricks in England?
Boss.
Obiani.
Boss.
Oman go kata rotate.
Boss. Game or DT or momu yini footages be on my TV. I'm a referee in Babon team.
Says I come look I came down.
Boss.
Fiorentino Perez cannot
boss if you and no Manchester United na bo my nkasa. Manchester United no.
No. Pull out crowd no muja ko pa.
On say no boss. Asem we na Fiorentino Perez no. Boss, Oman and lawyers the Babon team say Oman can say you trophy. Omo the statement about Madrid approve said no. Akonkonsa for no say Madrid say omo Copa di.
Ye mo biem za Madrid.
Na Madrid anyume na Madrid this statement aba say omo kasa no ntro no mutwa. Madrid dey na agree say o pull out.
You him say Fabrizio report story. Be say 80%.
Fabrizio.
And you know Fabrizio na report
Fabrizio Spain and a report story no. And Fabrizio quote o.
Boss,
the Premier League enters its final stage. Master Fabrizio do heavy. Match day 29 promises to deliver high-stakes drama and captivating football across all the venues, especially 6 on Sunday. Kotoko will be aiming to return to winning ways as they welcome Aduana FC to the Baba Sports Stadium. Yes, Aduana and Kotoko na Ebo Kumasi. Kaim Zito's first game. Zito's supporters no metawo na chi na omunshe Aduana kwasiada. Zito emphasized that while coaches and players may come and go, the supporters are the heartbeat of the club and remain through all seasons. And Zito Frefremo, Abdul Karim Zito, former left back of the club. Or say they should come and support us. There's still hope. So they shouldn't leave the team to fight alone, he said. So Coach Ogumwa is here. Is he still in town? Oh, okay. Okay.
Check. Enrichi.
Na we so man just say can am da man.
Say be an ABS can na e man e twen okuma say dey minim dey but enra echina enra echina Asante Kotokoma na check of $20,000.
Send ensign.
Aye, say aka na 3-month compensation omo de be mana for sacking him no 3 months compensation. But the salary arrears for 4 months and then April you will me omo tua ni nyina man. Man check yes. $20,000.
What the best cities are better?
And now I'm calculating 4.8 billion.
Yeah, baby, we have 4.8 billion. 480,000.
So do I current it in you? O can you now?
Oh, na say enye hu sa.
480.
To Coach Ogum no enye.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, mu ni nya. We break o.
Anopo ekura na me ne same 20 ni adwudwam kura office ono. Same se okuta mu 5 obetimi akwa arochire.
Na same no. Obi an kan je man go eku. Obetimi start coach. Coaching badges no. Na enche kura wa wie no abe.
Was an administration say
Baba always want to set Man United up with mischievous headlines. Nana Bewa.
Mimano.
We come with us.
I want people to always challenge me. Boss, me say. Yeah, Kamaku trust for that same
I never call you you have to be tolerant enough for other people.
Boss, I'm tolerant. I'm tolerant.
They are not only say, now I'm who say, and run answer, so only are not the ashim. I'm not you. I'm not is
no pay.
No, I quite what the I'm not now on any castle. If you cry now, Ubi Asna, only I'm not in Yajin or the
Asna, no, the buy
Asna. And I'm not in so only to fight.
Boss, Marcus Rashford, no person number one clear. Marcus Rashford story didn't know me mysterious nana. I just want to know because coach na press conference no say
Vision FC will look to extend their impressive home form when they face Gold Stars at the Ni Eje Kraku, the second sports complex on Sunday, in what promises to be a compelling Premier League encounter. Some match no solo ya Acheampong. Na min kan wan asem ncho. Brekum Chelsea will be hoping to extend their strong home run when they host Red Hot Nations FC at the Golden City Park on Sunday, in what promises to be a gripping Premier League encounter. And this will be the most difficult match for Nations in this year's league. So Nations, it means 3 hurdles we are. Count them in. But Matisse amankuna me Nations. What? I didn't try more or a dear someone.
Nations confirm amankuna.
And coach in his own pen. Yes, or Jibo no why the cool few. So only started cool few, almost started cool few, which was it here. Yes, how much no?
Yeah.
I was say Mama lenses were hopa. And go for so interest.
Yes.
Oh, Obama be saying. Omo bomb boss Obama be. Omo mobia.
By dynamics, no dynamics.
What is happening at Brekum Chelsea now?
Okay.
And near Master Sakakra with Boadu.
Okay.
Boadu wants to make a point.
Sure.
But I said Boadu name. To say FA Cup, I'm not going to talk about. On the piece, on the FA Cup now. he would have won the FA Cup by 3 times. Few coaches have done that. Minimum maybe.
So the Hearts of Oak journey twice.
What I say. And now Onuamu as a young man, no, he has a lot to prove.
Yes.
Tisa obi bam obi ni one no. The coach is in the sense of no baby. Obia. National League at Chelsea will have to only match some more. Chelsea Honorable Nations, Honorable Gold Stars.
Gold Stars and OBBN. And I will breakum. Internet so Omukra no betimi decided the Obeji League.
That's make us an important factor in the league. Now if you are all the other matches now can omo away matches. So some ko lose sa home matches be 3-4 na kana. You know what can happen to them? And this how obi bo am obi ni sa na ma no de mo obi amon de baba.
18 points
for why?
The prof.
Na mi so to him say me dear man.
The new prof.
The new prof.
One new prof.
Karim Zito.
Around the prof. Say danger. Yes sir. But Ogumre prof.
Was na him say me dear man so e wo GDA say omo 2 home games omo we are omo boardroom points 9 so omo timi gi 9 ni nyina
GDA so obia GDA. Okay. Some others will look to strengthen their push for a strong finish. Omo so ne Basake. And they say I derby omo bembe. House of people awarded walkover this weekend. Okay. Minister for Sports Kofi Adams has announced a significant policy shift. The government will no longer fund the travel of supporters to international tournaments. Minister.
Oh, boss.
Not true.
Wankasa they will no longer. Or say, I will say abino and find corporate institutions. Now, your tournament, I'm the supporters no co rather than say abino.
They can't buy us.
I don't know why. The government will no longer fund.
It is a corporate institution, and that's
separate. I was say one can say one certain emphatically say Ghana tournament are buying them for supporters in Kobe. I question you, Busano. Yeah, I'm for Sika.
I don't know why.
It is all Baba is a corporate institution.
Boss, a question you, Busano. And I'll say, boss, and I'll
say, government will no longer fund.
And you confirm that and you confirm say abino Ghana tournament abino and sponsor supporters
the tournament or
say abino best sponsor no be fee say nka abino best sponsor the sika the supporters tournament no rather I will say omo kokope corporate institutions no mo the sika supporters no omo ko
enti we dem fa ode no radio all cancer yem fa abino sika mba support
susu ye enya asma waka enye confirm say abino ne minister nyina o makobe nkroma je to say the young supporters enko tournament bi
me say aban bia ni ho Ghana how bit matter
na say the can
on fund the supporters
and no credit because party for no country
commission report and I said it boldly say it is not possible omo di political party eti o group man Emra parties need to compensate you almost when the Black Stars are playing outside.
Yeah.
A lot of them. And this all be a minister. And now ban now cancel. The last commission never say.
Jamafe.
Jamafe. The free Brazil by.
Yeah.
Ya true. Mkofa bra na mkobi cancel. Ya true say.
But now say MBA clear.
Omo penency. Any edini pato asukoi. I've been to always fund.
Sentina na asem na oka no enya adwuma no
said the enya adwuma de ono ana
because ono na asem na oka nya
oni aban asem
aban ko anya za mistake no
Solomon that's it pa
my Marcus was for story in India na me person na ba wa confirm me
obi
aka asma fa me ho
kana na ba wa
and I'm saying me person me the entire come mysterious
no say baba the exclusives baba the story to one na home say ka be different
dabio
adwuma we sa na tie
it me person me hu say but you say me the Manchester United topic in mysterious me person me hu
ono no otie wo ohwe and we form an opinion about you So that remains his opinion. What challenge him
I want to know why. But before
you don't need to respond or react. That's how he sees it.
But before say
anything I can say messages. Yeah. You don't respond to it. Oh no, I worry. I will not in the field. Be on the bed so. And no hear TV so and radio. Oh no say. What Tina say about the headlines bar or setting up Manchester United in a mischievous manner. So that's how
what he say.
Yeah, don't try to exonerate yourself.
And I would say Nana Bewa message at the mammy boss, me know ya adwene say, and yan net the enukwana.
One can say, Baba always
yes.
Wants to set Manchester United up with mischievous headlines.
Yes, there's a idea.
Headlines crowd. Here the Biana Manchester United assemble.
Or said that baby.
Oh, coach say opposite or expect to say Marcus Rashford, Anthony Lamb. NT and pay Yamo special good morning na Yamo Kwaba. Oyerepa 100.7 FM. Oyerepa TV. Emera Samson and pay sir weekend edition of today's sports. No so your conco funkro so na and someone. Edi adencheche someone pay a boom from pa uncle funkro so yade honsem atu anim nsem no doso ene anopay nembom de disafota sa ohwe na otiem na yade emma wo kitikiti mam polibi na ewoma akansuo yanom akanbuno pa anopay yatu ebo asena fe yateno no mra ya confirm emununu nyina edi emma wo live on Facebook Oyerepa live Oyerepa radio on Facebook Oyerepa live Oyerepa radio on Facebook odiane se obesem na wa comment be ba na the boss player to the bossy akinkan nyina amansa de se ene se de efata be se enti afi major European leagues nom games outdoor eretodwa ene enram games no bi etimi todwa CAF Champions League say South Africa from yenum na Asia finance campaign of finance no eba so tweme me delta singina eba ningina monom yebesa se eti a friend like anum match day 31 na enra minim se Luis Enrique Arsenal game no na ehunu hwan dia olusu 3-1 elfie amra our pack at the prince woman niece at the abani na niece kwachenom ebona eka miensa emano ete ekermo bako and what team and now your Strasbourg outfie our start de la Minao na fe on Saint-Étienne at the abosom game no at 3 p.m. le half better fie na on Monaco at the abani na Lyon at fie el Groupama Stadium abusuam woman and Rene and at the boss way and the games are everything atoka a datina your angesa on Lille at the abosom our start Raymond Cooper our angesa chrome one month or 3:15 how many Toulouse and elbow Montpellier about Reims etinam our start de la Monjun now for Lens at Trafield on Auxerre and at the aboso Olympique de Marseille at Trafield Orange Velodrome now on it Brest at the Abani etina say and a table room esi etie enra Paris Saint-Germain lusuye na onim se French League ano krade abusuam amajedada na enra ombenya 78 points plus of 53 goals yeren samnom ajaw anopay Olympique de Marseille tosumienum 55 points plus of 20 goals Monaco etoso miensam 54 points plus of 22 goals Lille etoso 53 points plus of 15 goals Nice etoso enum with 51 points enra oweneye entiwako 54 points plus of 20 goals Olympique Lyon etoso ensia 51 points after Strasbourg etoso ensom 51 points Lens etoso enwatwe 45 points Brest etoso enkro 44 points ana Rene etoso edu 38 points na say ana top scorers no esi etie Usman Dembele esi akan ema Paris Saint-Germain 21 goals and was Mason Greenwood ewo Olympique de Marseille 18 goals Jonathan David ewo Lille 16 goals after Kalmwendo ewo Rene 14 goals and Bakola esi akan ema Paris Saint-Germain was 13 goals yebeko Bundesliga num from French Ligue 1 Bundesliga match day 31 Emra and Stuttgart Tifie ema Hedenheim ekopon ekabako 89th minute and Matthias Honsak enya the only goal in the game at Emma Hedenheim ewo MHP Arena na oko Leverkusen na suya and donko abo pemwa amne Asbrook ena eti eboso ewo Bay Arena Leverkusen kromo na 130 na Bayern Munich and Mainz 5 album our Alliance Arena Munchen Kromo na Hoffenheim Atlanfield our Prizor Arena amane Dortmund at the Boss Wiesburg Atlanfield and Freiburg elbow our Volkswagen Arena na Holstein Kiel and Borussia Mönchengladbach at the Abwenin and Tom Frankfurt and RB Leipzig and elbow way in the games ebetime atoga edatna Bochum and Union Berlin at the Eboso of Vonovia Stadion Veta Bremen Nissen Poli and a album of Versailles Stadion Bremen Como say and a table a see after match day 30 a Bayern Munich and a LED table with 72 points plus 58 goals by 04 Leverkusen at also in the room 64 points plus of 29 goals and Tom Frankfurt Tosomi and Sam at 52 points plus of 16 goals RB Leipzig at also a 49 points plus of 10 goals Freiburg Tosu Enum 48 points minus of 4 goals Mainz 5 Tosu Siam 147 points plus of 12 goals Dortmund at also and so 45 points plus of 10 goals Werder Bremen at also and at 45 points minus of 6 goals Borussia Mönchengladbach at also and Cologne I have 44 points plus of 2 goals and Asbrook Etosu Edu 43 points minus of 7 goals and I play Yade Bundesliga table I'm a 1 to 10 na Abusiam say and a top scorers na Etie Hurricane Juma Emma Bayern Munich 24 goals and Hurricane Etime Asha Patrick Sek our Leverkusen 18 goals Sehu Girassi our Dortmund 16 goals and also Etime Asha and I play Yada Semina atuanim our Juma Jenson 10 so yebeko Serie A match day 34 on say and again bia anyhow the holy Pope onom atwan wansiado and na ye no ekoso ntinya de se game bia etotwam awo Serie A no mo na otenam na matches dodo na ebetime atofem say and matches na etie otena 10:30 komu ebetime fem awo Stadio Giuseppe Singalia na omani Genoa ete abani Venezia and AC Milan and ete abani otenam afa Fiorentina ebetime fe awo Stadio Antonio Franchi na Empoli at the Abosom Inter Milan our Stadio Giuseppe Mayanza our Milano Omni AS Roma and at the Abeni Juventus Betrafie our Alliance Stadium Torino Como na Omni Monza at the Aboso Atalanta our Jewish Stadium Bergamo Omni Lecce and at the Aboso Napoli and Torino at the Abeni our Stadio Diego Armando Maradona Stadium Nafe at Dadwada Monday night football Udine at Rafium our Blue Energy Stadium na Amani Bologna at the Abosom 4:30 on Monday and again ultimate atoka Heras Verona at Rafium our Stadio Mark Antonio Bentingodi Amani Cagliari and at the Abosom Lazio Ababa Parma our Stadio Olimpico Roma Como on Monday and what you say and a table is see at our Serie A and why Sibruta Inter Milan and Napoli. Why and Adrian na Inter Milan LED with goals difference. Inter Milan LED after 33 matches with 71 points plus of 40 goals. Napoli atosum 71 points plus of 27 goals. Atalanta atoso miensam 64 points plus of 36 goals. Bologna atoso 9 with 60 points plus of 15 goals. Juventus atoso 59 points plus of 18 goals. Lazio atoso Encia 59 points plus of 12 goals. AS Roma atoso Enso 57 points plus of 16 goals. Fiorentina atoso Enroche 56 points plus of 18 goals. AC Milan atoso Encro 51 points plus of 13 goals. Torino atoso Edim 43 points plus of 1 goal. Say and the top scorers now AC Etienne Awasi and Matteo Rutiagi on Siakai Emma Atalanta 23 goals and was a Moeskin our Fiorentina 17 goals. Marcos Thuram our Inter Milan 14 goals. Ademola Lookman our Atalanta 13 goals. Romelu Lukaku Minama Bolingoli Poli on the Juma Emma Napoli 12 goals and Lautaro Martinez Inter Milan also as a 12 goals and a pay Helen Samina at 2 anymore Juma Generation live on Oyerepa TV, live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM. A weekend edition of today's sports and on a pay Yeti Emma Wonko Phone Crossum and Yeti Unkomo and on a pay with the major European leagues now. Yako English Premier League room match day 36 now and then 11:30 and a kick of Chelsea and Everton and Stamford Bridge London Cromwell Chris Covenant and Ejamo as center referee. Brighton and West Ham United and the American Express Community Stadium down in England and Ejamo as center referee and a game Etoja Newcastle United and Swiss Town and St James's Park and game 2 p.m. Michelle Salisbury a center referee Southampton and St Mary's Stadium Fulham and the also Tony Harrington a center referee for Hampton Wanderers and Leicester City our Molyneux Stadium Samuel Barrett and a center referee Nafe Otina AFC Bournemouth and Manchester United at the Abanim na Vitality Stadium Peter Banks and a center referee Ottenham Liverpool na Joker omo Ajilikidom 3:30 our Anfield Liverpool Como omo Tottenham Spurs and a gamer ebetime atoka Yankupon Bua Otena Thomas Boma and Abeja Sagem na for Thursday Nottingham Forest and Brentford abo out the City ground na say and a table see Etienne Liverpool LED 79 points plus of 44 goals 33 matches and our ball Arsenal about 34 matches Tosum 67 points after Man City about 34 matches 61 points Nottingham Forest Etosu and 9 60 points and 1 plus 14 goals. Newcastle United at also a 59 points plus 18 goals. Chelsea at also Encia 57 points plus 18 goals 33 matches and 1 Aston Villa about 34 matches at also and so 57 points. Bournemouth at also and 49 points plus of 12 goals. Fulham Tosso and Crow about 33 matches with 48 points plus of 3 goals and a Brighton Tosso Edu 48 points only go bia onwa only minus onwa only plus into 0 goals and 1 say and English Premier League top scorers now it's Mohamed Salah Ghali the Egyptian king Osiakai Emma Liverpool 27 goals and was Alan Haaland our Manchester City 21 goals and an inside Aka Alexander Isak our Newcastle United on 21 goals and out 20 Chris Wood our Nottingham Forest 18 goals Brian Mbemo our Brentford 18 goals and a Wilson our Brentford and also that's 16 goals and pay the English Premier League fixtures table and our top scorers na at the atuanim na cup games outdoor ɛwɔ hɔ yɛnhwɛ sɛdeɛ ɛsi ɛteɛ na ɔbɔ abepem ha ɛnura yɛhu car champions league wɔ mu a ɔmo ɛkɔ finance ɛne nyina mu ɛne sɛ ɔkɔ Cairo international stadium ɛnura alifoɔ no te fie ɛma Mamelodi Sundowns ɛna ɔmo kɔbɔ 1-1 ɛnti abusuam na ano ɔdene ɛma ali fans no ɛne ɔmo ti gu Mamelodi Sundowns fans no so a na dagyem ɛne fam Pyramid FC ɛne Orlando Pirates ɛba na wiyɛ na Pyramid FC ahyɛ mmiɛnsa ama Orlando Pirates ɛtumi ate ɛka no mu mmienum ɛnti finals of the CAF Champions League 2024-2025 ɛyɛ Mamelodi Sundowns ɛne Pyramid FC ɛna ɛbɛbɔ ɛyɛ Loftus Versfeld Stadium 24th May 2025 ɛna finals no ɛbɛtumi atotwa anɔpɛ yi yɛtɔn nsɛm ɛgya wɔ tiɛnie ɛyɛ Mamelodi Sundowns and Pyramid FC our Loftus Versfeld Stadium 24th May 2025 and a CAF Champions League final Etogranti South African Affairs and a Aqua Finance yɛbɛho nsɛm ɛgya ɛnano play ɛnɛ ɛyɛ momenta FA Cup semi-final ɛyɛ Crystal Palace wɔn tena fiem amene Aston Villa and a April 4:15 p.m. our Wembley Stadium England nyankopɔn bu a ɛnɛ 8 p.m. Our Estadio Olimpico de la Cartuja, our Sevilla, Spain, Barcelona, Momo and Madrid, and the Copa del Rey Clasico. No details, I want to play at the camera, but I want some about way and cup games. About me, I told you at Tottenham, FA Cup, about Tosso, Nottingham Forest, Man City, at 3:30 p.m. Our Wembley Stadium, nothing, Nankupobua, Otiana, Confederation Cup matches mmienum ɛna ɛtotwa ɛyɛ Stellenbosch ɛne Simba FC ɛna ɛde ɛbɔso ɛna CS Constantine ɛne RSB Bakeni ɛde ɛbɔso wei ɛyɛ matches a ɛdɛtenam ɛbɛtumi atotwa ɛwɔ CAF Confederation Cup no mu a yɛto nsɛm ɛgyaw ɛnano play on Oyerepa TV on Oyerepa 100.7 FM on Facebook ɛyɛ Oyerepa Live Oyerepa Radio on Facebook Oyerepa Live Oyerepa Radio on Facebook NT yɛwie fixtures a weekend yi ɛtotwa yɛmfa stories a wodɔ no ɛntoa so ɛmmɔ no pɛi yɛbɛhyɛ aseɛ ɛde afi Spain na deɛtɛneɛ yɛwie Spain a yɛba England yɛfi England a yɛbɛkɔ Italy yɛfi Italy a yɛbɛkɔ Germany na afei yɛkɔ Ligue 1 nom after sɛ ɛnora Luis Enrique ɛlusu no di nsɛm ɛna ɔde atotwam ɛma Nice kɔbɔ na ka mmiɛnsa a ɔte ɛka no baako mehyɛ aseɛ ɛde afi Spain na mehyɛ aseɛ afi Spanish Copa del Rey nom ɔnom sɛ ɛyɛ finance ɛnɛ 8 p.m. ɛwɔ Sevilla Cromo ɛmra Barca ɛne Madrid ɛbɔ ɛyɛ 2024-2025 na ɛnora yɛnya Joaquim ɛne Jesus Navas a ɔmo present trophy no ɛwɔ Temo na ɛmra ɔmo trophy no kokodu yɛn nti yɛbɛhwɛ trophy no on Oyerepa TV and on play a choir Jesus Navas and Joaquin a day trophy no cocoa do ye our Temo now for amuche a day a chair fansa now I'm on to trophy room and a airport and play a video number 2 Oyerepa TV no so now for enjoy a choir na man for bomb sememra na trophy no eba na abusiam yaka Spanish Copa do ye one seminum the competition a found in 1903 and a competition on for I'm a fun day the oldest Spanish football competition I'm a bomb oh Cromo young fan to just say Barcelona the most successful club in the competition I'm winning it 31 times Atletico de Bilbao atoso I'm the second most teams I'm winning 24 times Madrid atoso some Madrid are winning 20 times into Barca I win it 31 times from Barcelona if you are Bilbao 24 times and Madrid atoso Miensa with 20 times na Atletico de Bilbao Omekaya recently and a J 2024 final Omutim Ache Ramayoka Eso Omudia and and a Kuano Ekuta Amo top scorers amwa amasha more goals awo Spanish Copa del Rey abusham yamfan to just Temo Zara I say between 1939 to 1957 Athletic Club Bilbao 81 goals and an some etim ekaye na oditi muala na Messi Kahumpi or say 56 goals between 2004 to 2021 and Edmundo Suarez on also Esiakai Emma Valencia 55 goals and Oshaya El Copa Direnum between 1939 to 1950 and then some etim ekaye historical antecedent of the Spanish Copa del Rey and on a pay yadum kono kakra now yababa Madrid now fame Anra Yasha and Niama the Don Carlo Ancelotti and then a Mrantanum 18 into Social TV na and Susu Tamo and I'm a trophy racism from ya Germany feel and on to trap pictures and ya Dada and Tenam why and I lifted trophy no a Barcelona and I say a Real Madrid and a Elche Kuana and no okay a bar and you pay na and no Madrid Chenie my last training Spain that is a Madrid become and some poor and I'm Eco Sevilla na I'm not training uncle so a match venue ho Nina details ababa and na I'm paying na Real Madrid and Gonzalez Fuertes amukache Spanish FNSA wo peniwe volume ho yam paso be ko esan se on Madrid de shebe bra one tiniye return to Bogus Bengotia e referee bia on so on Madrid Asia on top of the player and ya jumatin kamun change referee no emfa Emma Madrid Emma the top on tay Emma Spanish FA betuga se on change referees bia on fi some referees no e betime edi na odiatie enwa referees no a press conference na run di and return to the Bogus Bengotia and also enwa a press conference na otini show adaya o se ayana ayarosem se wadi game awie na obekofie ukofia obako school okuskua na onu ani nuanom na yankofo e ka tane so papa e kromfo o papa e tip na osu na nepon bafia obusan se ada yesu ye tip ne adade sane mo nyina nyamnyama eboa enti enwa return to the Bogus Bengotia abonse na otini show eno na Madrid bakaya eno nyumre no and Spanish FA. I'm the Bible intensa. I'm change officials now officiating officials and 8 p.m. I'm jamo between Barcelona and Real Madrid. I'm going press conference. Kike between Madrid 4 and your dada. Some Madrid say game no game. Madrid say game no crowd pull out more. Now no Madrid declare taba one thing. I'm watching na. Say when come biate say and game no one more. Na I'm a club on a standard. Game no I was pull it out and be amoka and say and someone reference no cookie can you know so now no video by now okay Madrid TV video some of the buy now buana and say amoka I'm a beatimate say the game no on the ball na adena reference near say reference you press conference na asensonia diet against Madrid no feel say and you appropriate and no crack and some and you can be kaka and they actually am pay not me catch say Saudi Arabian common nadia say about the for Vini Junior and a match day nemum demete some comobia and anonymous dear say that be say Vini Junior Kofi Madrid the latest striker Madrid becon ho Ellen Haaland no and common mumuye the right after Spanish Copa del Rey final and come back so between Madrid board and if you Timo Pires not from Junju Hosa Madrid Coco first striker ba Yankupo was Samayana and answer a maintaining Vini Junior and after Kylian Mbappe Lieutenant after Spanish Copa del Rey San Coronum never to me so na main confirm and answer and Madrid Chenina na Ancelotti or me Falan Menti Etinko na dia Eba and them left back no and ana abebo ora ni di ade Fernand Mendy ana airport left back ama Madrid na Petronina Madrid no here to say or believe with experience Fernand Mendy obetima juma dem Frank Garcia and afi oba enfinfin Federico Valverde emfinfin empempe afi 2024-2025 watch Madrid and Barca one player I know decide the games no Rafinha Emre Lucas Vasquez the right full back and also and ordinam near dada enti enam Federico Valverde and right back as right full back and afi oba enfinfin obabom ora niti any Orient Tromini Jude Bellingham and Dennis Ceballos where reporter mensa eka am doing seminar to and I'm pay na about to Emre Madrid Eddie Rodrigo Cascante of Manchester City afi I clear sir the absence affected Manchester City let us make confirm say nkomom abatwa so Eddie afro Man City be jombe bia some best the Spanish on the contract Eddie amanwom now for what na ayadwuma Eddie amatim de behwe emra mad press no ekoko to Sevilla kromo wey mad press na tata down our Sevilla Cromona Use Rodrigo Lunin Vinicius Junior David Alaba Jude Bellingham nom and Luka Modric nom and Sifemwa Woma Epano nice Antonio Rudiger Thibaut Courtois Aurelien Tchouameni Omina Hetime Ekopia Abda Goulet onom Fernand Mendy Kylian Mbappe and nam nice Endrick Diete and squad nom and Akoko do Sevilla no play on Oyerepa TV Yatimina ati atu on resource that midfielder abaya akai benwa yes se Martin Zubimendi Madrid edinati se amra amaya juma Madrid reporter yansaka anopay etem se befin boyhood club that is resource data Arsenal and okosi akai ati ama womom na anopay Don Carlo Ancelotti or say want to win the Spanish Copa del and La Liga to compensate the fans for not defending the Champions League season. And you Don Carlo Ancelotti na Madrid squad America Savini and okay video na squad way and na openino and across Sevilla Cromo na obenya goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois running from Gonzalez women goalkeepers Amiensa Odomo Koy defenders from David Alaba Lucas Vasquez Jesus Verayo Frank Garcia Antonio Rudiger Fernand Mendy and afe Asensio Raul Asensio Wasem and Amika midfielders from Jude Bellingham Federico Valverde Luka Modric Aurelien Tchouameni Abda Goulet and Dennis Ceballos strikers from Vini Junior Mbappe Rodrigo Endrick and Ibrahim Diaz women the players and Ramo Sevilla Cromo na Madrid Abusian Demetini and then already didn't Kylian Mbappe I say obe facing let fitness a test manager no Don Carlo Ancelotti feature as one head Daniel Fetesa and today medical doctors say Kylian Mbappe I ready say obetime start game no and I say ultimate start and for Madrid team no anwa onim say Madrid now say mandated training and also amuyam match venue Katuja no man and after press conference and also amuyam height of the game Don Carlo Ancelotti nadia say Madrid from penning for emano yanko Alexis Mac Alistair or your player Emma Liverpool now you say I can't on a mountain say Madrid Elpeno Bonda Tuja say a rumor on one day Opiani come Madrid Penibia and no ending come number Ada Madrid I mean Real Madrid Kokosia Liverpool no sa game no who say Masa player near or see Jude Bellingham no or who say or your player or Titi Timipa and yes Mark Alexis Alistair eti atuka enti from Madrid as well no yeba ko bounce ho na ye din komom our Barca phone share enti anopay on Oyerepa TV on Oyerepa 100.7 FM. Ya we with Real Madrid enti ebabam na fe ya team komo our Barca team no on say Hansi Flick press conference enra on Ronald Araujo and I call some P and I'm only two nabom yahwe emra FC Barcelona kokoko duye our Seville Cromonti sa oka Oyerepa TV emra Barca no kokoko duye and you doing some atu TV no so oka bi no na say Barca no na ewemu atu Seville Manchester United fan no hwe Barca no so ade fe enti I don't know so no kata hwe Barca no boni tin ko sa enti Barca for no and I'm going to pass a copaki. I was Seville Cromo now for place in CFM and ya Jaja Gate no be Penifona Chassis CFM and Timra Boss a Timno Eco do Seville Cromo and on pay Yate Atuanim na Victor Valdes a former FC Barcelona goalkeeper. I mean from Tuga say after 4 years away from professional sport light he say Wakakofa Re Avila and I Juma as a coach at the Ama Womum Hansi Flick manager Emma FC Barcelona na ne lineup from Anna Petronina Oyerepa on say Robert Lewandowski and Alejandro Balde out on to be Siakai. I like he said man about course session I will go post room irrespective some Marc-Andre ter Stegen expected to pass fit for the game a session and I start at the amateur no after Frankie de Jong and Pedri about completing Finfino meaning and then Gavi about no Brent and after Lamine Yamal Dani Olmo Rafinha about bomb at the amateur with the absence of Robert Lewandowski no Ferran Torres ali the attack at the Ama FC Barcelona na Hansi Flick manager Emma Barca or say no Kremlin I'm there I'm a I'm win a trophy no and now they say I'm a dress a treble beer do say the boys here ready for Madrid game no and then 8 p.m. I was say I'm a trophy and then Spanish Copa del Rey I'm sure I say a trophy I'm here Barca yepa until 31 times Barca at me aje and someone 40 agent Jorge Mendes at the Atujasa Sanseba and Nana Montaigne say on the client Oko Nasweya Ansu Fati and the coach Hansi Flick Amontam and Nukrabia and the Sansem problem be any Amontam na Hansi Flick say the boys ne pasa amucho own history say yenya club of players bia na Hansi Flick Emmanuel Jomo omoje treble enti eye possible say ombetimi aje ene na for Champions League la garina ometimi aje na fenema koye ati ama team no Hansi Flick mad pressure on referees no who say na audio tie ni mu ai no say I don't know what to say. For me this is sport, let it be a game of football, nothing more. I don't think it's right. After the game, we have to leave everything behind. And we are Barca manager. I am saying Madrid criticize say Richardo de Bogus Bengotia and officiating officials nibi and Madrid any year and also way football officer and you're right and can book game new year just the front to you move on and then some at the Atuka and I don't pay or say the boys no young groom experience room I'm a person and a game no I'm enjoy no fair I'm a torso 18 Kurimwaka at the Achia boys and said this is Madrid and this is Classico say what's a Madrid and you know affair and on just the third time we could at their form so very difficult game now Hansi Flick on Lamine Yamal and I said Lamine Yamal an incredible player 17 years and Obobo say and see a dear your coach also we our boy no say debia o managing ye and near many question or yeah near my any question or the football winner or the chung come on now dino and man a year drop our field no so the best and now Bonnie ready Ronald Araujo a player Emma FC Barcelona say and the gamer it to 8 p.m. a trophy Barcelona at club bia Spain 1903 the oldest competition Spain enti enam amaje na fene wakoye enti ama Barca team no na enwa the press conference say orinsem pi na etuga enna onne ni manager Hans Flick eco press conference Ronald Araujo in some way and the tuga.
Yo creo que será un partido totalmente diferente a lo que hemos jugado.
I think it will be a different game compared to the others we've had this season.
Un partido más.
Just another final, another game. We're very motivated with the tools we have. We want to get the title, and we're really looking forward to it. The team is doing well.
En buena dinámica, eso se ve.
We're on a good run, and you can see that with regards to the treble.
Poder conseguir, pero vamos partido a partido.
It would be great to get it, but we're going to go game by game. That's what the coach says, and what the team wants to do this season, game by game. Now we want to try and win the final, and then we'll think about the next games. That's the mentality that's led us to where we are. I didn't see that. I was told that you would ask, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that in the team. Being a referee is very difficult. We have to respect and understand what they do, but I can't really give any other opinions.
Eti ano ayeswa Ronald Araujo ati etuka ende ano pay na Juan Laporta president Emma Barca ninsem nyina ense Fransa makodu savi komonom I wish him very well, especially Barcelona fans no na our catch him say Manchester United now for mum Emma club no intimate and said them now for qualification no say the man focus among qualify for the Champions League final and also now among trust so many so doing this fee treble no among sabekano intimate NJ and then some one Laporta at the Atuja and now pay you don't feel Spain now for your England and now pay on Oyerepa TV on Oyerepa 100.7 FM. Our England yes here at the Chelsea Enzo Maresca at the Atuja Chelsea will have to improve as a team. I say and crap. Afi babia amaduno onu manager de eso nani namom de expert efi team one say am be improving more yes starting season you know top 4 do abi kranom nearly day but to so mienu Christmas num and ahwere omo ma am pass yes store am be fight say am make it into the Champions League next season now Leeds United consider 6 Fabregas that to be abam no me adwuma ente ama womwom Enwati Enzo Maresca at the Atuja in the first season with Chelsea on Casa or failure that be on failure a sunset a club at Busa said the last time who said Chelsea fight 2-3 seasons near so I'm fighting some I'm qualify for Champions League and I said top 4 the bay boys need deserve credit critics are more criticizing on Enzo Maresca no officer where Juma o deserve say your bot na baso or say Pedro Necto aye adwuma pa Pedro Necto juma na we na fino na niaje namom or catch no say obetime aye more Pedro Necto at least your races you know na was said 10 goals on your bat Frank Leboeuf a former Chelsea player or say Enzo Maresca on Jinti said that to be Enzo Maresca and qualified Chelsea and Champions League Chelsea for Madrid say on the Pomano a sunset now no Mauricio Pochettino abai Thomas Tuchel by Omina Echo and some information be at the film say open from coaches no and solve the problem and for a moment time Emma Enzo Maresca head of Everton say a gamer also Amutimi Tinkunim Nafe still the test is on top 4 and also Champions League 2025-2026 or Chelsea etimi ebobi.
Yeah, Malo is injured, but does not look important injury. He is already running and doing things outside, but he won't be able for tomorrow. Hopefully he can be available for the next one. And the rest, no. The rest, Margin is still out, Aaron Anselmino is still out, and the rest, they are all fit.
Is Mark close to returning now?
Yeah, it's close. Hopefully it can be, I don't know, 1 week, 2 weeks, and he can be with us for the final part of the season. Yeah, he was on the bench against Fulham. He was also on the bench, I think, against some more games. I don't remember which one exactly now. So he's back. He's training with us. With Romeo, we are going to try the same thing that we are trying with the wrist gyms in terms of we know that we need to use them step by step, and with the wrist is working quite well. It's already able to play 2 games in 3 days. He played 90 minutes in the conference. He played 45 against Fulham after 3 days. So it's a huge step forward for him and for us. And we are going to try to do the same thing with Romeo.
And no Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca Nsema of the Atuga Swiss Town striker Liam Delap Obeka 12 months ago and ofi Manchester City Academy nom Echo Swiss Town na among for Busasa Obesan Kobo Championship or relegation near Jade on say and on focus nina and say Oberia season and okay and the agents and they be a catcher no say teams are draw and now only say was 12 goals and 2 assists in 32 Premier League appearances for Swiss Town. Now young Newcastle United as well Demitini yes or one striker Newcastle United Echem said that be a Akwanya ba on the phone be Juma at the Ama William Delap striker at the how and papa and then Sma Urano at the Atuga na at the how Kasam afa Newcastle United afi performance amabo na fi okay with Anyama my so far in the season in my way and na Urano Eretuja.
So I made a conscious decision when I felt I didn't feel well enough to focus on the football to give Jason and all the coaches the full responsibility, because for me you're either all in or all out, and I couldn't contribute. So I said to Jason right at the start, it's obviously to you, and didn't he do well? I thought he was absolutely brilliant with Graham, Simon and Stephen and all the coaches and the players. I thought that they're absolutely magnificent. I was able to watch all of the games of the first 2. I wasn't really there mentally, but I was really proud and so lifted by the performance or performances. So that's of course a very similar experience to the one I had against Brentford in my very first game. Not one that I particularly enjoyed, but big thank you to everybody for what they did.
Enti edi hawo duwane yare na emra duno e se mi jamo edima assistant na fami aduma na mekoko jan ahwe na ori to dress okay with performance only one amudana dey I am proud of aduma womo eye yenom nuno Espirito Santo boss and Nottingham Forest or the atuga se fonsa womo eba Wembley no I was say amuye dede omuni City game no I was say amu cheer boys na up na fe omutin kunim ene game a ehumbia ho the boys ni ready na game no system na odi kom say onim nya wo ya na emfa ho team na woni no airport no Espirito Santo nisima odi atuga and I pay Pep Guardiola or say on si won kwan say yewie 2024-2025 season yi na say Ederson na adwese on to so enya adwuma ema Manchester City biemu a on si no kwan say o ma no enkom enoti owieye ochiche musa Okamo biate say Manchester City ye nyankopon bo a 2025-2026 ombe compete for any trophy bia ombebo City na yenimo best 2 seasons ago yenimo last season no yebesa Manchester City season biem nyankopon bo a season yeberu amufufe na Ruben Diaz at the atudo se nyankopon bo a kwesiadam FA Cup semi-final game against Nottingham Forest a very difficult game. Clear afi obia ho adwuma nuno Espirito Santo and in the Nottingham Forest no etime aye a gamer am prepare ye pa for the game Ali City entime anya major trophy bia na de I say amoje FA Cup at the Emma fans no na Pep Guardiola na koda no HM say amoje FA Cup no say Koban say Manchester City timoje FA Cup na nunye enough sabeka say ai City aya de City in the Sometymer FA Cup ntia bona basuda bi nyese bia okoje FA Cup na dia pan guasia esia feeling na me nsema Pep ede atuga owieye eno say waka ede ache ne boys moa ana mojeje Premier League na to aso miensa moa ana moje Champions League nti against Nottingham Forest. You can do it. And me Manchester City boss nsema ode tuga enwa on the press conference I say oche nsɛm pii na yɛntie nsɛm no bia Pep Guardiola Enra ahead of Sunday FA Cup semi-final against Nottingham Forest on the Twitter.
To play was I think it would be good to make the third, but they have a serious and tough rival to do it, and with the enthusiasm of Nottingham Forest people and fans, because it's a long time don't play semi-final FA Cup, and I know the support that they will have, and but of course it means the many years we have been there in this competition. I love that. Or I say the guys don't play and ninjas, if they feel I allow them to be a manager. So the role of holding midfielder Rodri knows perfectly, and he can help the guys there. It's the way we create the teams, as bones, as something special. When the guys don't play or are injured, can help the guys that are playing, because everybody will enjoy next season being in Europe. If they believe that it's just for the 11 players played, they are wrong. So I like it. I like a lot.
ɛno ɛyɛ nsɛm Pep ɛde atodwa yɛnkɔ Nyankopɔn boa ɛwɔ Anfield Sunday game a ɛbɛtumi atodwa ɛyɛ Tottenham Spurs ɛna ɛkɔ Anfield ɛne Liverpool akɔbɔ. If Liverpool avoid defeat abusua amagye 2024-2025 English Premier League title no na anɔpɛ ɛna ɔkɔ Ant Postecoglou na so yɛ a ɔsɛ ne love for Liverpool deɛ obi anim ɔdɔ Liverpool paa nya fei ɛna ɔbɛka na deɛ ɔkyɛ mu ne sɛ ɔmo party on Sunday ɔbɛsɛe party no nyɛ deɛ sɛ ɛwɔ Anfield ɔbɛpene ama Liverpool acrowning as champions for 2024-2025 ɛne yɛn nsɛm a wuranom ɛde atodwa ɛna nɔpɛ Liverpool legend Mark Lawrence ɛna de warning ama manager and slot sɛdeɛ afei masa wahunu na wɔgye English Premier League no meka wɔnte Nyankopɔn boa next season ɛbɛyɛ tofa ɛbɛyɛ den akyɛn afei enti yɛwɔ ntokuro bi awɔ Liverpool team mu a and slot ɛwɔ sɛ wotuatua saa ntokuro no and slot sɛ ɔte aseɛ why the fans ɛpɛ sɛ ɔmo gye league no Nyankopɔn boa on Sunday ɔmo prepare yie na ɛwɔ Anfield ɔmo disappointed I'm a fans now on Sunday or say onim due to COVID-19 restrictions after 30 years now I'm going to NJ major trophy I'm in 2019-2020 the fans no and a feel of the team and this time on Sunday I'm Southfield no fans na etime anya and slot against Tottenham Spurs press conference and somewhere and Ochechemu sat ni team nom okay Musalanom na okay Trent Alexander-Arnold any other players na no credit say afi am prejuma pa Dobeka and say we power mo abaso with eniema amatimi aye eti ama team nom now Minko and some from Rumpin Amorim that is me Liverpool call Manchester United or say Diego Dalot wopra said that nano never tuka say I like class one share na the rest of the season Diego Dalot and to anya juma ama Manchester United beyond manager a confirm former goalkeeper Ben Foster or say Ruud van Nistelrooy Senka Otna Manchester United and obey better job Manchester United than Ruben Amorim Adaya or starting year ocean experience with Manchester United onimu na ocean juma obaye wama Amad Diallo nom na other players na na amupesa amuye juma and manager team kotlaya obey better than current manager Ruben Amorim sir was they say no na boys no etimi ako the likes of Marcus Rashford the likes of Anthony no American na Americania ometrans na fe decide omoda che say I was say ometimi team no Tyrone Malaysia no na eba oni say Tyrone Malaysia esia kan ama PSV Eindhoven and Anthony Roberts Marcus Rashford Aston Villa into American na fe assess the possibilities and here Sima Orianum at the Atuka and I'm pay Dean Hoysen and a Bournemouth manager and Tony Ayola at the Atuka se frustrations bienho se ada muda now sorry ya say Dean Hoysen team A team B per Madrid team or say ni focus any transfers no so him say obewie season here with Bournemouth Oko Victor James Osimhen and and crap English clubs Tutuana him say amonsa ebetime aka Victor James Osimhen na report James adia ama Victor James Osimhen deal no aiden minakatua oje akatua na oje no musuni bia no ehuruna English clubs ne bi ene letters yare atu anim ene anopray dwumade no so live on Oyerepa TV, live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM anopray a weekend edition of today's sports and confirm crossing some and yadi Emma your England yadi come on and slot the press conference so I have Tottenham Spurs are all training say successful Yankupobwa Afimum not trophy na ama left for the 20th times Yankupobwa Santino the same way and Otuda.
Yeah, first of all, that's a big responsibility because we are aware of the fact that the last time this club won the league, it was COVID time. So everybody is looking forward to Sunday. But we know that there's still a job to be done, and that's at least 1 point. And that's what we know, and hopefully our fans know as well when they come to the stadium, that they support us in the best possible way they can, which they've done the whole season. And are aware of the fact that we still need a point, and that's something we are definitely aware of here inside this building. So it's a nice game to look forward to, but it's also a responsibility we have for Sunday. Yeah, but first a game to be played against the Tottenham side that is playing for something special as well. Maybe not in the league, but definitely in the Europa League. So they want to go towards Bodo Klimt in the best possible prepared way. So we're only focused on, like I've said so many times, on the next opponent, and that is Tottenham now. So we will try to prepare the team the same way as we've done the whole season, and hopefully the players can bring the same energy, the same mentality towards the game as they've brought throughout the whole season, and the fans who are expecting from them the same.
And no and slot Eri Atuja and ano pay now Oko and Posikoglu na soya or say some him mean or improve and kakra the expect if it son him mean on wanyana fee namum year season or improvement if it's son him mean. Don't
really have injury problems. We've only got really one that's kind of obviously Sonny's the one that's kind of trying to work his way back, and he's improving, which is positive for us. Not for Sunday, but apart from obviously the longer term ones, everyone else from the last game is backed up really well. So the rest of the squad's fit and available, and in terms of team selection, we'll see another sort of 48 hours to decide which way we go.
So Sonny not available for Sunday, but do you envisage him being right for Thursday?
Oh, we'll see. Like I said, he's improving. It was the first time he's kind of got out in the grass today, and he said he felt it's definitely better than what it was. So it's kind of a day-by-day proposition.
No answer and Posikoglu area to draw and I pay if England and pay your room Italy near Dinkomo Italy and I pay Victor Lindelof a player Emma Manchester United Diamante HMC AC Milan the latest team I'm making inquiries about Victor Lindelof and what Oko Fabio Capello Nasuya the Don Fabio Capello area football Emma AC Milan say afi Mamonya Madrid more pump players be and I say more top players be the best no ho Tijani renders more and Timunya GT our team women namum build 2-3 seasons no you don't say AC Milan near AC Milan is back again and then someone the Don Fabio Capello at the Ertugram and I play Daniele Andani or S Milan Inter Milan defender na Daniel Andani ade atudwa sa na Razuris Inter Milan team na o kamo bia timatiase sɛ team na ekuta Inter Milan no ɔmo team bench krakɔ team bia ɔmo starte ɔmo a good team to win the Champions League ɔmo bibia afiwe ebetimi ama ɔmo ade the UEFA Champions League. AC Milan are ready. Say Luka Jovic Omestente Luka Jovic contract ade amanuam anoti mimfanto animsa okonsam fufroma demetimi Kenan Yedes se kokobane se Juventus unqualify for the Champions League ebedene ene players bebrowa ompese omoto mabedene se sa players no ombetimi ato womom na demete etem se ombeto Kenan Yedes and afei other players bako nyono bi se ombetimi ete anya sika na amene contract so for players ni bi assign about team Antonio Conte made report Mr. Star Juventus for and give it up on Antonio Conte manager and Stadio Diego Armando Maradona Stadium Manchester amu didiache say was omunya no why be da or your proven winner oba obetime abrom ama team no akọ eti akọ nanim Antonio Conte ye kana semi or the say a fee South Serie A na 71 points a goals and a separate between Omani Inter Milan na omu fight hard or say onu kramam ni project no nim say ibedu abi adui na omu fight for the Scudetto happy with Scott McTominay and of other players omu buy na motimba omabo ati ama Inter Milan were happy and ensema Antonio Conte ati etuka and no pay Mifi Italian play live on Oyerepa TV, live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM. Na fe yako France akako tinkamo na quarantine polisu demetini Olympic Lyon match day squad no he's back against Rene and then Roberto Esiakai at the Olympic Lyon team no Olympic de Marcel Wenger Luis Henrique Demete attempts of pushing for a move to Inter Milan 10 year opposite Oyejuma Emma Inter Milan nti wakandi champion for say opposite a movie on where Wenger bia and o dan tenten on ho haye o dan dan ho yanko Germany now fe yanim come our Germany and no play Bayern Munich sir store amo try krata at the Canada woman say obekaya na ACL and Alfonso Davies kokonya amo say amo pusu amo a se amo mfa reporter echese na boy na pra echese boy no amo hwaniye our camp emra na amo sunhwebe Jean Christian Johnson or chief executive officer Emma Bayern Munich or say amo train sakrata no Victor Boniface on Thomas Müller and also Thomas Müller a great footballer se oko Germany ho na a football kwa and na oko bodia and ya or player bia the bia omo no hwe no so or say ono especially eya na ohwe no so a lot na otidie se obeja enkai dumbi e Bayern Munich team no and German football no aya Victor Lindelof aninsema oti etuga boss Jabi Alonso ono aya manager ema Leverkusen no bisa se Philip pressure bia na Madden sensema na mo hono e pressure ba so and o say Madrid da mo kan wase mabodo coach mo nkoda pressure bia ni ho se me kan mate me manager ete ema Leverkusen nti musa Leverkusen wasem Luis Enrique o say nkugwa anwa omunya ye in the hands of Nice no enyan sunso bia ewo omu games a ombebo our Champions League no so me enzema Luis Enrique ete atuda boss ene mamenchi Alexua na enyina so na yomfa nsem nsi Alexua okay nti boss
na one ma kwanza chi Alexua
so Alexua de we ye nua kotokoni
oni permission
ye nua kotokoni nti ye nua kotokoni nti ana o say
solo
o wa chano be Alexua de on twema
solo
Bruno Manzana
alright jiko ekiro mi de adwuma bi ama ne solo na monko kika mum na monyema msisi a
okay
na nko 7 atlas na ye ni nkomo mfa kanjen and magic drink where they benya kikimba so guys kikimba
cucumber
Steven Okame wo Adom Dankwa na Adom Dankwa can news Fox FM I'm for phonetics in the agro cucumber. All right, 7 young quay, Nene DNP Kanjin.
Legend, you share for you now, no pay the share the importance and the benefit of Kangen energetic drinking water. Virtually, you share the importance of alkaline water and alkaline diet. Now, you can alkaline water and alkaline diet. You share and we are sort of bang and I would dear alkaline. And I think so, and you ben so na wonoma alkaline. Any esunsun so so ni esun faso a edima pediano. Edika kase kaneno na call villages na water and as a river bodies na ensure na form ni ade no eno no na natural obesakra obetest kra no na purely alkaline by nyina anim say this time around on the environment no ente se kane no ente se before na ye alkaline diet. Simply, we are talking about fruits. We are talking about vegetables. Vegetables a bit say beetroot, a bit say the obo and the jeans is cucumber, a bit say lettuce. Lettuce, very very alkaline. Lettuce, and also
lettuce. I can lettuce.
Lettuce, yeah. Lettuce and avocado. You talk about even turkey berries, and then avocado. Yeah, pear. Yeah. Nina no sa diet. We nina no contain alkaline content. Udia many pediano very healthy. Ebi ena yedia to screen so share alkaline diet ebi yedia to sweet. These are things oko edwa so na to sa na we uptadi ye waduane anache say we are very healthy and you share the importance of it. And Osha, Sanya Maya Mabu Dina, the pictures be edited that other screen so you could see, sir. So, Sanya Mawu, alkaline diet, no, a very good turkey berries and a woman, and then a near Quensusa, turkey berries near Quensusa, yeah, and you know, a idea a buak, that the donor himself turkey berries no crano, oh, maybe a mojake can a manas and mamu, but these are foods are udia, we are very healthy. Then from there, no, yeah, they are back in shoe. Nipa biara no ye ka pomode a ye ka waduane a wudie wunsu a wonum titru ansa na bamframa wo home sa no ma na e ko nipadua no any determine nipadua state of health and alkaline ade a eboa pa na kange na naje drinking water no e na alkaline water me so far media insu ma testing insu bebre. I'm yet to see insu bi a me test here menya color blue ye kangen energy drinking water no eyepe minche da nya bisa into screen so ye da enyama da so tomatoes any lettuce, you can see green pepper, you can see apples anyama we nyina no and enyama utadi a ekuta alkaline content in a friend alkaline diet but obi onom alkaline water no ni body no ni nipadua no udi sa enuane na ya purely alkaline na usa so nom kangen energy drinking water purely alkaline na is a nipadua no bed pass yare ebetima tena nipadua no ama na yeye uhwe nuane a infoni a etwagu social media iso ni TV iso a amanfo ehwe ya you could see say sanu ma we udi a rich and your friends say you are eating rich now so empre ahe ena sanu ma we feature in aduane a yedie ni senti enam say enuane a yedie ndodo na ya acidic na emponsu a wo around anipa nom dodo na so ya acidic intino and na ya recommend say but modern so sabeka kangen energy drinking water wo fie bia mu na watimi anom na onom kangen water what are the benefits e dey brow because alkaline no benefit bi ni say one eboama o pH level no well balanced yenim say onipa bia blood pH no 7.35 to 7.45 eno nipa bia blood pH no na ota di nuane acidic no nsu acidic no nsa highly acidic na wo balance acidity with alkalinity abribia no na onipa bia no purely acid nko eno tin ya kan for kangen energy drinking water tried and tested ya ba have test time without number say wo pH test na unya ensuo no na wo test ya the member ensuo no mo hu say purely alkaline say wo hwe pH scale na anytime bi a better say insu bia no pH scale no ena ye de toto ho and numbers no o test insu no nya color na say color na yellow a say acidic blue a say alkaline and as a purple color say alkaline o share the atoso ya what can alkaline water no o normal de na yema one you can weight loss a control digestion and mediane a wudi yam kama insu no nya say ye draw but the mineral component no na boa ma wonya saa nneɛma wei no body detoxification ɛno yɛ number 2 na wɔ ɛkasa body detoxification a ɛhohoro fi ɛne sradeɛ ɛne ɛnɔma a ɛnyɛ sɛ ɛwura o cells ɛne o blood streams no mu no kangen alkaline water energy drinking water onoma these are the things a ɛboa na ɛyɛ ma wo ɛsan so rejuvenate wo cells no wo cells a acid nti no ama ɛwuo ana ayɛ dormant ana sa ayɛ inactive no onom kangen energy drinking water na nyane cells no ma cells no gyina ne nan so into good digestion muscle and joint no ɛma ɛsan so ma energy power of hydrogen also nsuo no ɛyɛnim sɛ atoms of oxygen and hydrogen that can boom ɛna make water but kangen energy drinking water no the mineral component bi te sɛ magnesium bi te sɛ calcium bi te sɛ potassium bi te sɛ iron saa minerals yɛ wɔ mu yi ɛno ɛna boa ma o bone kora ho yɛ den o bone yɛ sɛ udompe ɛne wɔn kasa emu ɛyɛ den sɛnea ɛteɛ no nti na yɛ na nyɛ nwanwa sɛ amanfoɔ no kangen energy drinking water yi a na ɔmo ɛkasa o na me honam tayɛ me bɛtɛbɛtɛ paa ba me nom yɛsisi ano aboa amanfoɔ tumi di nsuo no wadanse te sɛ ne yɛ aduro ɛno nti na yɛ kamfo ɛde ɛma efie bia sɛ bɔ mmɔden so benya kangen energy drinking water ne bi anom sisi adeɛ Ghana ha regions ni nyinaa baabi a wo bi akangen energy drinking water obenya bi ɛwɔ hɔ na mmom yɛ main office numbers no wopɛ sɛ wotu bi tɔ a wokuta 2000 Ghana cedis wobɛtumi start distribution na wo nso watɔn yɛ ma yɛ low commission kama paa yɛ ma commission a ɛboa anaasɛ discount a ɛboa ma wotumi nya ɛyɛ benefit anaasɛ wotumi nya mfasoɔ wɔ kangen energy drinking water no ni tɔn ɛso it is nti office numbers no ɛyɛ 0241 44 91 0241 44 91 yɛ kasa sisi yi o fresh a number yi ana wo send SMS ana sɛ WhatsApp message kura na obisa o question bia obisa defense you know ɛho a yɛ bɛ peke ade ɛte ne sɛ o frɛ weekend o frɛ weekdays o ni nyina kangen energy drinking water ade a yɛ bɛ ya nsuo no na yɛ de ama na ɛyɛ na abere bia no sense yɛ sɛ ade no wani tuamu a ɛna wotimi di ho adanse ma ne yɛ nti na abere bia yɛ ba yɛ tɛsi yɛ nsuo no ma obi ho sɛ nsuo na mpara ɛyɛ alkaline water mpara ne medical ka sɛ nsuo no yɛ alkaline o test ya unya color ɛyɛ blue anaasɛ purple enti kangen energy drinking water no yɛ high pH ni ɛno na wɔ gallon yi mu amahwie edegu ade mu na wo hwɛ screen so a on sɛ onomu ade na ɛyɛ ma detoxification ɛboa ma unya weight loss yɛ ka weight loss a wo on mo fi sɛ obi a ɔyɛ kɛse paa ɛna ɔyɛ obese dabi obo ɔyɛ very slim na mo ni body mass weight no ni body mass index no obetex bi wo tu sɛ ɔwɔ high cholesterol ɛwɔ system no mu a ɛkyɛ nipa no ohia so benom nsuo ne pH no ɛyɛ well balanced a ɛbɛ ma no nya better hydration ɛbɛ ma no nya better blood regulation and as a circulation na betimi asan so ama no nya energy ọmọ mo yẹ sporting activities nyinaa no ẹnyẹ wọn wá sẹ Cristiano Ronaldo ne nsuo company obi ewu Spain no also water no ẹyẹ ne pH ẹyẹ 9.0 ẹnyẹ wọn wá because elsewhere no ọmọ hu the benefit of taking alkaline water and that is the reason why ẹnẹ amanfo migrating from regular water to alkaline water nsuo no yẹ wọ́n mu types yẹ regular water and yẹ alkaline water but the alkaline water all over the world no di bọ ẹdin ẹsẹ regular water but the ẹbẹ ma amanfo a prefer alkaline water no ẹyẹ the associated benefit come along with it na instead of the bemeka ye ka antioxidant o cucumber o lettuce o avocado ni sa anyama ni nyina apple ni ade nti a doctors recommend sa anyama we edimaye no because of the alkalinity alkaline na ewo mu no ebo ni pedua na afen so no antioxidant nature no antioxidant no ewo mu no eno na ma doctors recommend sa anyama we na kangen energy drinking water obi a wonom kangen water even 500 milliliters no it is any worry apple makoma be 200 to 300 because the antioxidant I work kangen energy drinking water yaba ha be demonstrate ya enti ye pese ye testing nsuo no na mo obi ahu se ampara o so nsuo no ye alkaline o test ya e wo se unya color blue anase purple eni sisi ade mehwe gu mo kangen energy drinking water eni we e pH tester ena me de air test ye di so mo se amaye purple color. And this is why young kangen energy drinking water you should also be better test you enti ya recommend the mo bia say nsuo ma woni nku nsuo a wonom ho enti o person wo say nsuo a wonom na e purely alkaline fire Arabian bro enye acidic nya pH tester no we 200 Ghana cedis per imported straight away from Japan all this me test ya say am a color purple now we so tap water And when you test this one, you could see say insuo emugu ahodo insuo nyina nyepe. Intra de bia ka say Kangen energy drink. So let me test this one and see. We anope me fie tap water na me buye edigu bottle wim tap water we fie untreated tap water. And I didn't think that we more color yellow. You share nyina gu disposables imon na any epe. But you did friends a pH tester so mu pay actually the true colors of the of insuo no. Now all say Kangen water no standing out. Water is blue. That is the main reason why you draw map cramp na baby a water bodies one you the color blue and indicate, and that is the reason why I recommend the Kangen energy drinking water. The ama obi ase e purely alkaline. But what the man sanka efie bia mu na ebeboa ni pedua no obi a wonom Kangen energy drinking water bia di adanse sampa nsuo we no nsuo from medical kase Ghana ha so far ye nsuo ho adwumanti no ye test nsuo bia me nsuo fufuro bia me test abre bia me kura me pH tester me test na me share Dr. Otuo Acheampong say nipadua eye acidic no yare tenemu abre bia nemo nipadua eye purely alkaline edin say yare betimi atena even cancer. And that doctor we okasa Dr. Otuo Acheampong enye any mere doctor. We are talking about a Nobel Prize winner in the year 1931 or JSA award in his lifetime as will be or discover cancer and kwa be fa so ye be kio. Kangen energy drinking water being an alkaline water no you recommend it edima efie bia obi ahia bi obi anso tumi nom abofra o pani o opemfo obi atumi nom san say eboa nipadua no information eni se nipa no ebetimi anyini yakọ nanim nti ehu hia so be no nsuo ti say nsuo a wa nsuo ani ko say o test ya esi honoma onoma obaka so nsuo bia nsuo ba wo test wi no mo say sa wukum nipadua no eni kwa say wonom nsuo a wa wo betest be wi no bo say say but Kangen energy drinking water, this is what it does. And we so be anom nsuo we na se ni body nyina ye acidic na yare bia esuesu na or start so on Kangen water we friend titration mama hwe Kangen energy drinking water and emu we mu and see what happen. This is purely yellow, it tells purely acidic, but let me pour a bit of Kangen energy drinking water straight away now I shift it from air acidity clearly into alkalinity, and this is the power of Kangen energy drinking water.
Right.
Enti obia ore atosodie ahodo na odi fruit ahodo no etise ne wonom Kangen energy drinking water untimi enya sa anoma no enni no abrebia no empendo do sempo na odi pe empendo do se na we lettuce empendo do se na we green pepper ni beetroot unta enya enni enonti ma Kangen energy drinking water no emeho ye office numbers no obi a ope bia to no ye numbers no ye Kumasi ye Abrema UGC e ho na main office no ewo ofre ye a unsa beka number ni 0241 44 91 0241 44 91 your numbers no ofre ewo WhatsApp so obitima contact here.
Seven thank you very much. Kangen energy drinking water and lettuce and a cucumber. All right. Okay, yeah, they see so bad. We have trading as much as swabba. Yeah, no. Okay. Now where dear? Okay. Oh yeah.
And then Chamafula be
yes.
Life and calendar.
They say coffee yes. America. Bebe coffee yes.
Naka come on, mama mini bank America na.
Someone can't say some
Baba sinke you
come mania. All right, so at 10 o'clock, you're not Chairman Pia, Emmanuel Pia, aiding common sports heroes. Yes. Chairman has a story. Nana. He has a story. Born with my a cappella, Kakrebina.
Chairman Pia came into the limelight at Cornerstone and then blossomed at Kotoko. Can I say that?
Ubetmia Kasa, but from
state envoys
to
hey, what that's your bemo? Hey, no,
team December before Corners, Azakes back to Corners, to Asek Mimosa. When we Corners na joining Kotoko, If we are sick,
no,
the joining.
Okay, let me cast a corners to Koto.
How am we as an baby?
And you're different from us, you know.
There be from Pomo by, and no quite sick. Was J Wafuno. And I from Pomo by after that, no quite sick.
Oh, okay.
So as I said, if we are sick,
there's a good story.
If we are sick, no buy.
It's a good story.
And then Kotoko, no call Malaysia.
After Kotoko, no.
Yes, call Malaysia. Now, Ofri Kotoko, Ofri Malaysia, no, he came back. No, Baboka cancer and booking facer.
Yeah, they can't
facer. Now, there's an interesting story. I mean, if it's a good story or not. I'll say, call Malaysia. And now, Tim, no, yes, my ready zone befano. Now, I'm running chairman. Oh, no more. Obebundi ntiem na mebo omuka se onfa accounts ni adiem rama emvesikan to
Malaysia hono
na chairman so mvesikan and to no account many personal account obe kambe o se o me enva nto kotoko account is the two no pe obi man here letter free I don't know what I said story. Nah,
10 p.m. is going to be interesting.
My guest today, Emmanuel Ampia.
Tell me what room here, Ghana here.
The way Nibo Netibimu.
I told you the doors.
Now, it's as if him, born no Busionimu and I say, Wana Osasi.
Born no Busionimu. My senior brother, Praso Subo. Voice, no.
Okay.
The one I'm starting here.
All right. That's a course. That time I'm about 5 feet, 5'4",
5 feet, 5'4".
Almost say overborn. Park so could be a rough. I wow play a crab with me. I put 2 or 4 more Zemasa.
Tama. Everybody be a footballer, bar or say Shegu.
Yeah.
No friend, you pardon. Obedient pass a man. I found out about shut down. That's how you pay. Tama. Very cool, my help.
Tama free Kotoko.
Kotoko me call Kata. Esan by Kotoko boy. Them san call.
The thing there was a transfer.
Them san call.
Oje kakra.
Ojiska. Now Malaysia na me call here no. Tama nipa nyo. Oh yeah, maybe DB no so DB. But when me call Malaysia no, that no the judo.
Yeah.
The judo tiasan kamepe. That's we want in natural son. We could do no. That no your coach be or friend last. We coach Blaster.
Yeah. So Swedish as a Denmark. One of the family call Tower, oh good. It we could do one. Nice. Or say, Omopemi. Nice, or some which you transfer. If the judo born a man here, it's almost some discount. No, see, you could to account from US. No, Chama me or so would you actually? No way. Chama, or some similar media. With small mind, he said, to call a office. No, that for to say the team natural. Na first test, yan fast play coach. The coach nanka sa debeko. Timo ha an play coach and coach so team in the fast be abrano. Say Sikano, yan from mama na me debeko. Sometimes no my year my Mr. Kame ITC na me cheese caro. This kind of man, couple of grams man from. I don't know Kotoko has a name I difficult for the team.
And Kotoko for player, second division player. But second division player from Bokoto.
Also, Kasanibio.
Oh, yes.
This is the backrow I tested.
Sanity, Sanokotoko. Yeah, you know.
Jumadi, 1 hour so you're sleeping.
Not here. All right. Yeah,
but this is an interesting story.
Yeah. And when the chairman wanted to divert this kind of.
But the emblem was the chairman in the hall to tell us the side of the story.
And say, Father, as a man, and he sat down. By the time the letter came, no, then I see Aba. This kind of man, no, also fast, also scan for scan
or the choir. Chairman, got to go account on Unia. Numbers as an adios letter. I don't know why the account.
Got to go account.
And say, so you are son out here, you give them account number. And now, no, at the buy and say, or J. And there are a lot of things. Also, advice say, Ben may be our Bob, such a football lesson. Yes, he came my room.
Then, I know. I know
as if from experience.
My room.
Would the end the episode, the man?
Not the man.
Now I say, oh, Sky, my dear, Sika Benue.
No crack a crowd.
Wafa.
No crapa,
Baba, it's 10 a.m. this morning.
Bankers and Rusika, no crown, and you can so many probably who.
This is how the pen now catch Baba Solo say Baba now to know who our race.
Over there,
to by Scancas apart and can a papa when you can so my mouth for whom is that.
The two shall be one.
We
didn't know man for.
Oh, you can't hop.
It's your wife, you're better.
Honestly, on say cash about Bema Honas or Bahua. A baby, I will be Jennifer, no, Jennifer.
But it's your better half.
The baby, I will Jennifer. And you know,
only better half.
I don't know to be Judas. Oh, nay,
only better half into
or be support.
I saw better half.
David over support.
Mintias a better half, not just a better gratchen. Good half, no better half.
Or buy a bear master so boafo or be bow.
That's the better half.
Or the bow. Or better half.
We are complete that. Them man, we are complete that. Or ban and
we are complete that. Can you boafo?
Bible now seems to boafo. Be a white into or buy. Say be bow.
We are complete. I don't need a helper. The fact that he's coming to help means that you need some help.
Won't mean you have. On my eye, I bet 20%. And
also answer
maybe 20% the credits.
We're not going to do Baba, I contact you. We are for India or to India on Kabi. So, no, when you say, Baba, I didn't tell me another interesting weekend. And El Clasico. Yeah.
So it's going to be a busy one.
It won't say be renewable.
100 for you use skills now.
Yes, I'm not boycott to press conference.
I'm teaching you.
Let me see. I am changing now. We are the Alafit. Takashia Patanga. Tama. I said there's too much sabotage at House of Folk. No one wants to sacrifice for the club. If you don't die, you can't see Jesus. Yet no one wants to die for the club. People around the club are sabotaging the club. Sometimes it gets to me. If they sack me, I will go. Coach Abubakar Watara.
But what times if you don't die, you won't see Christ.
Because when
Okanza. Did he say that?
Oh yes.
And now.
Oh, there be Tama.
Are they his words?
Oh, was it if you don't die, you won't see Christ, Jesus?
Say
very
no, they have to play for us.
It's very instructive. My Reverend Father Eduardo Akwaba, he's in Kumasi.
Oh, Reverend Akwaba.
Reverend,
my own Reverend.
There's no Reverend over there.
Reverend thank God Reverend is in town. Reverend Akwaba.
Better Reverend.
Dr. Eduardo. Reverend is a PhD holder.
Yeah.
Reverend Father Doctor Eduardo. Unyano, unfortunately. So be baby or party. Okay, you Coach Watara.
Coach, at a point, you don't feel say Obi from the beat or even the playing body. Sabotage you at a point. Have you had that feeling before?
The sabotage is too much. The beat said you can compare us.
Okay. But what feelings are that? Somebody says.
What am I feeling?
Wow.
I am Mbappe.
Wow. Wow.
Analyze the attitude of the human beings when person who are close to us.
Wow.
Now show me see. Maybe. Oh, around the drama. It's normal. Huh? Una na mo be catch yourself. We need to plan. 1, 2, 3. Why do we trust? I said, yeah, that time we problem. I'm not working some.
Yeah, pressure on yourself. Yeah.
The Ugo class a player be coach pay wasem. Coach be plan on that. You understand me? That's the kind of the thing. Now me catch.
Yeah, Jesus name.
And the bed, yeah. So person call it this one. And then so how we hold Jesus. Okay. Good. Obviously, we say maybe season edu.
And I think the point. I've ever India.
After Zach, we are okay.
Over there, go Jesus.
Well, Jesus. You know, who say has the I say mukumu won't my house. Na has me. That must be what can you.
I mean, most of them some calamity as you. A beer. For the chino na but I'm not over analogies that he normally wants to do. And I mean, tenacity. This is okay is very important. Say, Obian be sacrifice.
Yeah.
And that criticism no
one. Na sabotage.
So Obian na umpeto, Obian na coach no. But the larger interest it's about House of Folk. I'm saying that's the point you want to make.
And I think on that score
maybe the coins on that score the coins on that. I know maintenance. No, we need philosophies and those.
That one I've been quick. Bashir Hereford is being lined up to take over from Abubakar Ouattara at the end of the season. Good. But he insists he will bring his backroom staff. Some people in House of Folk want him to be appointed now. Even some players. Tama, they an operator from no. Okay, say Bashi didn't buy a man. Supporters in the say when you do. You say mpenifo no hwe na adwuma wo ye Lions na. Omo hu ni say ena Tama Bashi ni Ouattara hwan na nyi because mpenifo hu ni say em say Ouattara kwa nyi change Bashi. Enti no say what the oyen but he's been considered. Oh, say a man or a man young farmer, you know, Ouattara no, Bashi no. But he said that's almost come back. Information I picking say it be a year season now. Abubakar Coach Bashir Hereford may be appointed as the head coach of House of Folk now on also the team. About my for we can na I'm on for them. Confidence in Kotoko hits rocket high after meeting with players, legends, IMC and the technical team. And Powell has been employed as the new physical instructor. It's a win. It's a must win for the remaining 6 matches and the FA Cup. Tama, and our new pledge after meeting. Almost say, don't beat me be a tri-cell league, don't beat me again. So much me and FA Cup on the day. So much into the next 6 matches not there. So much any FA Cup on also. Now, and at time meeting now interest no we no players no so almost bibia or be almost jam and even small bicklings and kakra na among themselves no car no ni nyina no almost jam manaka and legends no so assure coach they said they will support him to succeed. I am simply for no so I said you omo here bia omo so be ama omo and they say the next 6 matches no there akase supporters no be stand you mama omo. Once the supporters come to the studio and feel like that is almost the other support to the penny any of my can you Kotoko Charlie Silly no Buta Antitama and also the
operation 18 points.
Operation 18 points on beginning.
One lunches operation.
And no can say
why I'm a busy moody free now. Why I can't.
I think coach Nakasa can. On Kraka or Compressor and also Sakai. So we need the remaining 6 matches. So I can see me what also
so that meet you.
Well, so
if you are members of Bob Womack, I have no issues with the legends and team. Maybe boom now. Want to bit me up one.
I didn't.
Also,
who say? Yeah, but yeah, be a mentality as to I say if you come in now, you think say you want to work without the legends being so close to you. Your I say some of them find a way to create confusion around the team for you.
Who has created it?
With their interviews and among some kikaye. I is so consistent. The moment
is that not the case everywhere? Don't you see that with the clubs in Europe and elsewhere? They feel that almost any club ne do mpompo so e wo no. And too bad they try to chip in 1 or 2 pieces of advice. So won't no much homo. But see, in the case of Zito is not only a legend though. Or yeah, the class of 1992, Manchester for 92, 83 for no. What do you say? Your legends, no. And you more they did something extraordinary. 74, most of them are not around. I think you can look at Ubitebia, Limelight, Malik, Sunday, and few others. 83 for ne don't know what system. And Zito is one of them. Or your mates are almost 30, 80. A buyer. Zito dear. Or much of Vuamanatom. That's why you see them there. That's why I say go to grab a nom now.
That is my problem, no.
Until
it started very well.
I do, but
mostly it doesn't end well. Because unless you know,
my example. Who know you are also Kaka? Look at Ole and your 92 people. That was when they got so close to the club because Ole Gunnar was the coach. To the extent that na Ronaldo Munina Krano Dedina Krayimfi. I don't know how much.
No, main problem is that when we say no, the okay example okay. Oma nja ole chidia. Unsi onu kwan pa oma mbole chida.
One of the ways to
I hope say yem person
china bi. One of them dey ombebu ochi.
Yem person china bi.
I can't imagine. Okay, is it to cross sama bado? That is okay.
Interview yeah.
Okay.
Make up. I remember.
You know. Oh, this Sabu Jambi.
Make up.
Sabu Jambi is when you are them that. And now they are so confused. So my issue statement.
Yeah, you
can statement. Almost saying well. They think that what they were doing. You see, but Zach, only Omudin come out. They think a lot of things have changed. Even though some say if we are no code any. To say Zito Monche say a manager man paid in common. I say it is rare to see Seka and Namunko for fee and then common sir. Who could train you most of the time, not always. You have to jog to the training ground. Utumrika. Yeah, the mechanical training. Yemfa bars neko.
Yeah, now we are
we move from myself to Adakujachi. Where the papa no say.
Mudra nya fi number physical.
Obviously san man na place na won den so.
Banka mi tutu ebe bo.
Oh, say
as a kwan ho ne hu die.
Enyo hu bia. Kwan ho nam ne hu.
Kwan ho ne. Se nkombenya.
Se wem so nam kwan.
Ombenya bush road bi afa.
Na udu training grounds ho na no. Wo ba ko park hu ba mienu miensan na.
Yes, what do I home and say I physical instructor be crow home
or beko and be as free not to book or corner be saying junction one musa I could just say who could do training now why a bed 2 hours that and sana or my coach a loss also time and all stadium steps so physically you could see they were strong.
Yeah.
I want to go.
But you say Otiane 1-2 now.
I guess
and I'm going to pass some Bobona Motel.
You are with
Ronaldo. Problem in Ghana is they should the problem Kotoko had with any I think say from the preseason there was no physical trainer and I say that aspect no. Into now where coaches nana edu mo go through Sadia no. And
Zach, you become because you are the same people because the match so many young queen.
No, to ending Komokakana. Measures at the end of the season, if PSG 8 immediate treble, and even if we even the Champions League final, to Tomoko Jimpa, there will be a serious conversation around Kylian Mbappe, especially the BCO. March at Barcelona and Madrid were born. there will be a serious conversation around him. Now, also, Amman will be started. Say, Mbappe leaving PSG, it looks like he made the team better. But joining Madrid and making Madrid worse. It's a long conversation. My opinion on Madrid this season. I feel that they went in for what they wanted, not what they needed. Mbappe clearly cannot be the problem. Say player Mbappe almost 32 goals in all competition and even more. Emma won't saw a problem. Just that a nyoma pa na omuhiano otu omantimi anye. Inti ama the ono de bet car hu nyina no aba ekwa. I say car engine na we spray. Otu bo say o kwa abu say na akwa akwaji wasi kwam. Obeka say na de na car we spray there be nye spray ni na ama car na ejina kwam. Engine na wanye hu adwuma. That is the Madrid problem. Failure to address the Toni Kroos exit, failure to fix their defense because it was an aging squad. But two aging players were actually on one injury. It taking almost a long time for them to recover. And Madrid is a team that will play a lot of matches within the season. Into some saying in here, both say almost energy no the start and maybe here pie a quite of us we are talking about PSG, we are talking about Barcelona. Then our year Juma this season. You are 2025. These two teams have been so solid in 2025, the year 2025, and that has been their story. I'm on that level of transformation. They pray ahead of trouble. And you will start with the old guys. From August to December. International break 1-2 do be fempe. I have about 5 players at the injury list. So I feel now but it's going to be an interesting conversation. And we've been here before. Mekai Jose about a year Madrid. Now he did not start on a good note. I was to the ultimate boy Madrid fans ma omo pen asem kakra was the Copa del Rey. Our Timinya victory over Barcelona. That is how it started for Jose. And on the team built the confidence of the Madrid players for the next season. Say a season come up Mr. Toye dia Barcelona at Madrid and Niger. Yes, football there is a game of interesting possibilities. So possible saving league in the cry who is so a world trick Madrid can advance to Barcelona home. No question no story na sasan. Then you realize that Madrid the league and Mr. say Carlo Ancelotti J Copa del Rey no Saji League now. It's a successful season for him as a manager. But any name say everything based on the dianim afiwe. We've seen Madrid unit pa na amafo ani je say Madrid unit na no be heading. Ama teams head the unit na collapse and that's the attack. We are talking about 23 games for club and country. Rodrigo was less than 5 goals. But he was the player and he again so about the complemented Mbappe and Vinicius Junior. And whilst there is so much attention on Mbappe and Vinicius Junior, especially how those two players love to operate from the left side, or no be taking advantage from the right side, no they are punishing teams. Or be against Atletico Madrid, to okay go no say attention in our left one almost switch a ball on the call right. You say individual brilliance, solid decision at the final third or the ball on the net. But clearly, we've not seen the best from Rodrigo this season. And the front three, Mbappe are almost 5 matches, and the goal scoring is not coming. Then you look at Vinicius Junior, Vini na the last season. Emma, even a French national team player, a French legend in Karim Benzema, ebe catching the club ni say masa Madrid now about the TSS and number 9 on our because currently the best left winger is Vinicius Junior. Eko France emba mu of France because there were people who thought that there be asam na abano a former Madrid player who club ni and once about Kebimano, but he was saying no, Vinicius is the best left-footed winger. Inti Mbappe must adapt and accept the rule. No, now he's not. Ballon d'Or conversation, he comes nowhere close to it. They say more Ballon d'Or no free Kumunuma. Vinicius are last in the second. Rodrigo Prae no defense no nyina afrim and Mohamed Salah started season based on the exploit of Liverpool at some point although they were fighting for 4 competitions you know also you were at 2025 the kind of results that Liverpool are picking on Mohamed Salah so free the Ballon d'Or conversation now nipa ba kwa betimi abodi kakra no will be killing Mbappe the numpo no Otuo we say clearly we're free top 5 so the Madrid attack as a unit were issues then you come to their middle and nama huni nyina aba no yes there's Shrameni Beka Valverde but Jude I didn't buy a chiri hono was the first not Jude no 4-4-2 no Kati in as a false 9 so Rodrigo Biemuko right na Vinicius Biemuko right equal lefter no free middle zone about take over I say untimi mba because na yede Mbappe agina nti so one midfield ho deep and the so to about yasem foforo so there's a lot of panic around club FM Madrid and say na make no and say Madrid ntimi anje Copa del Rey no mo trophyless the Kylian Mbappe discussion will come up again because from a club the league and the Champions League to trophyless after they were on board no amount for become one but the game itself Otuo Barcelona manage your transition so well and their manager who say life you can say your traditions and culture and ton I think some pennyful become powers asking because when Barcelona decided say they have to go back to the La Masia give these young boys an opportunity no Otuo say nkwala na bemu ama I say sometimes ask yourself the question say hey no more and these young boys the kind of confidence ni omo age ni omo dey ball no it's just impressive now coach Efene Hansi Flick dem to me kai say around November December na nneoma nko yima Barca na Barca fans ni soldier gu no so and so mo soldier gu papa ni nyina asan akopa ne chobiem because I'm looking around and I don't even think Pep Guardiola can even manage the squad with the level of investment Barcelona for through on board. Ultimately, Mr. Otuo, Pep can't do this. Yes, you talk about Enrique based on the oil PSG, you know, but the amount for if it's a PSG and yes, amount too. Go to almost to toy, but standard now not first or more tono, and no more taste so for young talent. Coach, you bet me a manager. It was to young never see around 80 million. And that's all on tono. Oh, Abako Fakara scary aba. And even with PSG, there's been that signing. Just that it's a first now. They will go for Ramos. Remember, Ebia, Jorginho, I now do high profile names. They say profile in this but they are good players. So I even doubt whether Enrique can even do this. No, to you cast your mind around, and there'll be few coaches who can manage this particular team with the level of investment. With the level of investment.
Okay.
Obama do this kind of stage. Ombe remaining competitive in almost every major competition. I want to be free because you talk about Pedri, you talk about Gavi. Oh, definitely, about somebody Javi for giving them that chance. But to take you to the next level. Rafinha, I can say, it was the last season. Now Barcelona for Nyana. Nanko Oka players are on person motor. No Munyeska kakra to go for Nico Williams. It was a big issue because after say Spanish team no koje Euros no. I am to Spanish front trainer Morata. Now when ya Lamine Yamal on the left, when ya Nico Williams, not Dani Olmo Jinomechi pe. Not Pedri so ewo team no. No when ya Rodri ne Fabian Ruiz. Now Barcelona for nyaya. Also you cannot compare Morata to Robert Lewandowski. Ebuapa. So if you have Lewandowski, you don't need Morata. But they felt they had Lamine Yamal. And I'm call for Dani Olmo. On some Lamasia player, I'm 20 years. Or con the Nenenam, Austria, how they be Germany. Tobacco Fanaba. To know who Pedrico Williams. Not front for now, Spain. Eddie J, Euros, or many Butimum. And the only way they could have done that was to get rid of Rafinha because no Ferran Torres. No, to not Rafinha Mumneko. but Mr. To manager ne buy no. Now we are talking about a player. Na club na ni abriso or jane kwan or classifying as surplus to requirement to a player now or yeah a contender for the Ballon d'Or. Few coaches na yes transformation, you know. Them so to also buy, you know. Hansi Flick buy na Frankie de Jong injured. Now buy now people thought it was political. But I was starting the trips now. You who you say wako hospital wako Frankie de Jong ho. And we catch Barcelona and penny for so we hear Frankie de Jong. And now Mr. Otuo watch de Jong in the middle for Barcelona. A Juma Oye and my club for Barcelona. So it's going to be an interesting game. How to stop Lamine Yamal a big question because gradually they're watching any say Oye player will show up in big matches. I'll look at Kunde any a year Vinicius Junior. How a bear or Inigo Martinez Kubasimo against a year Mbappe. How a bear or but this is the issue. The Barcelona team make good use of their possession when they are playing against Madrid. That is one. Secondly, they be an the offside trap of Barcelona. And how when you could see an attack with pace or may use to the advantage. But so far it looks like as a Omuntimi soon in the matches now, Messiano. I want to trust Ancelotti, but I'm so I can't trust him. I'm going for a Barcelona to win the Copa del Rey. Now, me who say Liverpool kunim die no, and crew ane ya ben, and the fact that Liverpool can win the league with 80 points. Then Mr. Otuo Acheampong Klopp amani hunu na samba, and it shows that Klopp was not lucky. Otuo. Or the 92nd, or the 82nd when City had 86, and on the 82nd. No, to us our second meaning ano. Can you uncle obey me the baby league? No, 97 and 92 no. No to go to me the Aji League. No, but that is how unfortunate that club and me Anye our club friend Liverpool. Probably. If there was no Pep Guardiola, so 20 and assembly all can, the statistics is speaking the same language. If there was no Pep Guardiola, Gebia and Casabre no, Kase club Ababeji be Premier League be 4 or 3 be at the Liverpool. But I'm happy for Liverpool fans. But also Teta Sonje. And you know, say Pep Guardiola got Teta so a chance no. Say Pep so anka Teta and United so no say Jose the second na only as the second back home. Na so me to amafia nko for pa. Pep amafia nko for pa. So I'm happy for Liverpool. Hoping that they can win and celebrate in front of their home fans. That will be an interesting one for them. On say Mr. Otuo covered
80 points.
Yes.
Last year get already fought. Last season.
Yeah.
Because City had 91. Arsenal had 89. 82 by Liverpool.
Yeah.
And the club in 82 crowd in the third. Okay. As I said, the chase was done.
You see, I know G League no lose all matches no crana. Still now all the time.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's also.
No, but can say. But even at this point, you know.
It's true. I agree with you.
But even at this point, you know, the conversation is so the 8 in a year. No lose the Akanyina crana or the Aje. Meaning
by the end of the day, and no nyane
final point. Yeah. But the point is, first Nanka Ubedu 8 now on J.
Omo akane na goes from the dead. Higher oh my you.
But what I come and say, first no Ubedu 80 points now in Anji league no. 80 points now in Anji. You need to play other matches because the air Kenya it be 91, 89 no. And on the last day, and maybe a last but one day na ADJ. It's first no unya 80 points in Kasima G League, you know. I mean, so that's the point I'm trying to make. But I say when you 18 or the AJ, and even if you lose,
I had to the 8 last year or the 60 points.
Yeah,
this year. Oh, we are not winning in account.
We them say this season, no, now you're checking in at the moment. And on Liverpool, we're going to have an amazing moment and celebrate in front of their home fans. It is so bad.
They be down in a week.
Or the sister design.
Or the sister the
88. As we speak now, over with 4 or 3 months or 4 or 5 matches to go. City 61, Nottingham 60, Newcastle 59, Chelsea teams that more pay. This year no.
Every week.
Every week.
But honestly, the storyline for the Premier League this season has not been interesting.
They say the other 8 were now table no quite. I mean TV.
Oh, the other 8 or 49 this year.
Okay, I can't have any matches.
I kind of 4 or 5, depending on the.
So I kind of 5 matches.
5 matches, yeah.
Now 5, no,
50, 11. 49.
Oh, yeah, 11
15
to get to 60.
Well, we need 64.
And we'll be there 60.
And
my fans are winning.
I don't winning. I just said this year, no.
The league. I don't have
a week.
If you should win,
the competition was.
If you should win 4 and lose 1, is it not 60 points?
Yeah.
This year, just said the league, you know.
I winning for goal 62
competition a week.
I winning for 62. Until almost they are the crop.
A soronom no. The soronom no. And until now, be a fee.
Now say where
Arsenal have been because this year
competition
is very weak.
Arsenal are 89
because Arsenal. 67 points now. I'm saying, so why do you know? At this stage, in the last 7 years, check here. Team Piano or second at this stage, 67 points.
Mr. Check here, Team Piano.
Yes, for the long. Why do you know so? At this stage, in the last 7 years in the Premier League. Second team no.
Na the all can you.
As this stage bia no.
Arsenal na.
On the first no.
A bang.
They are head to head as a muko. But we there.
Arsenal.
Second no. I was 67 points.
And the ten say. Omo Macron Mbappe Arsenal. They have decided not to come. And name goal and draft 14. On have a problem. Like young going na and then we have a lot to talk about. Especially more issues like that.
Italy for the bad.
But the FA Cup matches in England.
Yeah. City, Nottingham Forest. Me to send the answer. Malik Haka said you teams in Boa say match in Boa saw the last. For instance, City qualifying to the Champions League and winning the FA Cup cannot be classified as a bad season, despite the standard.
It's a difficult game for them.
Yes, but despite the standard, almost set it.
How many results they send this season?
And the Ubiashabak. But it's going to be an interesting game too. Nuno Espirito Santo nya applause no deserve no.
They ran and I see team play this season.
Yeah.
Teams
to make energy level no also. It was a City Newcastle Newcastle ran a lot, but share City and a different conversation. But I feel Newcastle are the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Or qualify for Champions League. Excellent job from Eddie Howe. Then Nuno Espirito Santo or qualify even for the Champions League without winning the FA Cup or getting to the final.
Where Unai Emery.
Then you check Unai Emery.
Up to the quarterfinals
of the Champions League, semi-final of the FA Cup, and fighting for the spot, yeah. This is massive. This is all Conference League, and then you have the FA Cup automatically.
Final Conference League
or the Conference League slot.
Position
7th.
Oh, okay.
7th in the Conference League slot for Aston Villa, but Chelsea and Enzo Maresca.
One about Europa, no.
They say England they are Spurs,
the winner of the FA Cup.
And then
the
sixth place team.
Okay, England, yes. Until I make say, obey the FA Cup, no so qualify for the Europa League. You know, even Bournemouth come to me, depending on what will happen, because if City, Villa, and now Forest, Obiaje FA Cup now Villa enya Champions League qualification. Yes, onya Champions League qualification now. FA Cup slot will be passed on to a different team. Say City J FA Cup now. No Champions League man.
But no matter what, 5 neighbor Champions League.
So
the next 2 will be the winner of the.
I say 5 for Champions League, 2 for Europa, 1 for Conference League.
Yes.
And Nebeko.
And another 8
and other 8.
So I don't see the scenario.
If City J Europa FA Cup na, Forest J FA Cup na, they get the Champions League qualification. So they will not use the FA Cup Europa slot.
FA Cup,
Europa.
Europa.
So they will not use the Europa slot.
Okay, so remember the next. Remember the next.
Remember the league table. So remember the 17.
Remember the 8.
Into Obenya Europa
17 be call Europa League.
Yes, 18 na conference league. So I've what
na 6 teams, back way from.
There be. Say England the 5 na equal Champions League. 5 na equal Champions League. And a 5 no. Forest, City, Newcastle. So more any Champions League now. Not any of them FA Cup. Now they will not use the FA Cup slot to Europa.
Now what will Chelsea? What happens?
So Chelsea will still take its seats for the Europa.
What about Aston Villa?
Now Aston Villa be for the 7th for the Europa.
So
now 8th Aqua Conference League.
So Bournemouth.
Then because they can also qualify for Europe.
Okay.
To Europe, depending on.
In any case, okay. See, they are doing there.
Now,
I think first 7 there's no way Bournemouth can.
England can have 6 teams in the Champions League. If Tottenham or United, one of them wins the Europa League now.
Not the Europa, okay.
Automatically, England can have. There's a scenario that they can have 6 teams in the Champions League.
Because be any. And Arsenal, so yeah, and there. Champions League, man.
Some that.
Okay.
The Spain is interesting. Say Real Madrid TV no idea omo this year. Omo the TV no
propaganda.
Born referees ne tisa and errors omo ye Edebo Barcelona errors omo ye editia ye. And they use it to do that propaganda.
But sorry. But why is it that Kotoko has so many TV channels?
So clubs nanga sa no. No more me here no.
We know that why has it so you say that because you have been in management. They are now almost here sa nkomo
no. Once too. The corporate.
Could you imagine Kotoko having its own channel? Sponsorship
the corporate aspect and the business aspect of these clubs too. And they are ebu ametane omom say Kotoko beyond 3 points. It looks like
also a burn because you are talking about Real Madrid using their TV channel.
Was on your TV channel they have Oma try is Oma created that fan channel. So fans for the channel. No, even Barcelona. Your guys to be promoting streamers, but they are so close to the club. Club need you so for agenda. And to player be more than so any not club never on fire. Omutimi must anchor phone. To tell us as soon as if I say kai, be internally be a cost or mompe. And yes, they use it to their advantage. But over here, you don't really see that aspect of it.
I hope one day we get there.
Yes.
No, I think so.
The business aspect in it, dear. These clubs, no, say things.
So the work will be there.
The Milton Ukraine was a man. Say these clubs are so much interested in the 3 points than any other thing. I've been there. They are so much interested in the 3 points conversation. It's anything outside the 3 points conversation.
Training Kakra.
Ayana.
Yes. Eti omo yi videos are why here nyama why here. Now I'm so this season Real Madrid for say based on Ricardo Borges Manchester Wodi. Real Madrid involved. Real Madrid have won 64% of the matches. Even though Oma the number of games that he has officiated, they didn't give, but the only thing told us so Ojinemo winning 64% of the matches that he officiated. Say Ojina Barca Barca winning 81% of the matches that he has officiated now.
That this season.
I'm so making album. Games are involving Barcelona and Oyina and Omakani album. Eti Mojo. Omoko otomi isa video si nyina omo TV so yes ha nyina no. Copa del Rey no mo so mo ba o se referee so press conference ni bi o Copa del Rey final no o mo ba home Barca be ko onti ka we no Barca be ko Real Madrid be ko na referees ni NVR for so akwa press conference na se ntofo bu so mo nsem enti referee ko tena o na o mo bu sa questions no o mo sa question na say wo hu de Real Madrid for no o mo TV no so no o mo se mo nya de o mo yiye video si ya na hu ni sen referee je sum no osu se
revolution ado Ghana minister
ono osu se ne bakura ko school say o pe kromfo den mu ye no emwa manyama nkonkan
emwa mbuntu
ena VR ni no so no Pablo Gonzalez o mu bisa question no say nyame aduma enne they are going to see more stricter like use of the VR and my difference what kind of comment is that and are you saying say previously in there now mo shada now you are not using it as how it should be used and so over about the questions now mo no because we say afei na and there
mo be miem
and my difference just a first need na mo shada na mo miem and mo favor kings ni bi ana just last week so some incident here I keepers you float you cross the ball no mo huri na mo ni player ni air call challenge se player ni head ball na keeper no dey say bonus say penny age penalty no ya ji be take bokoto a ya ji be tia Andy Onana o ma ji bia just last week Barca ni the boy fan saying is it Mayoka game Barca boy just last week
the last farmer
yes you float to ball ma
I Madrid no last
farmer fan saying keeper no mo Chesney edin se be bo akwa ni say Kim referee say VR so mo hu they didn't intervene and mo ja adenma no ko ye enti consistently Real Madrid fon fi say I say La Liga fana sheda and mo try say o mo mi o mo
Barca Mayoka no say one
no and akwa bo yen o we ya na La Liga president no also a statement this isn't football, it's power control. He Fontino Perez doesn't like Tebas because he doesn't do what he wants. He doesn't like Sefren because he doesn't do what he wants. He doesn't like TV commentators because they don't say what he wants. They do not want to move forward with the referees reform because it is not what he wants. And now, after referee statements, fed up with the constant harassment for Real Madrid TV, he responds as he knows how. He skips training at then Obaya, then here. He doesn't protest, he pushes. He doesn't complain, he threatens. He doesn't disagree, he punishes. He doesn't want to improve football, he wants his own football. And this is not the worst thing. The serious thing is that only allow it, consent to it, and help him. We are La Liga president too. So to just imagine, say, La Liga president saying all this thing against Real Madrid, say, Penino, the only thing you be because you see him one in Tino. Only we are seeing your parents of Buano. He just wants just other Buanas, no uncle. So that's all one or the time I be see you so. When I could have issues ahead of that Copa del Rey final now Bono. Number two, Newcastle I'm gonna say this is in 26 October na Barca call Bernabeu Equatorial Madrid 4-0. Just January Super Cup final Barca Real Madrid 5-2. And on the basis of these two games on my born this season are involved between these two clubs. Barca share 9-2 Real Madrid afiwe. It based on their two forms. Form of this season match kra. Ko Barca share 9-2 in 2 games this season. Now, that's what I about. Who said there are issues about Mbappe. Clearly, player one more over 30 goals. He can be your problem. The problem is from the structure, and the structure is a coach. Because your man starts in TSS starts in the elbow. So only need a balance. So over against Real Madrid, the tendency is to over create a chance against them high because defensively they are poor. And I know there's a quotation also because if Mbappe goes see our demon and I come consider they already having these problems on way. They are here because Mbappe is scoring, but they are also conceding. And then you bring Barcelona after even though they are without Lewandowski, and that will be the key in this game. Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal and Rafinha are flourishing in that system. No, so do I have to do? He pushes the Obama as a number 10. Then you follow him. No, the spaces at Rafinha and Lamine Yamal for them to operate. And without Lewandowski, so too, yeah, we may not get that score line there, you know, because I'm so much influential in how Barcelona build up, and without him, Ferran Torres yet is scoring, but on team more dia Lewandowski and Barcelona team, no, and then a very close game, a final, and me also say Real Madrid we just go say young question 4-0 and 5-2 game. And again, very, very close. But on paper, based on how teams in the above matches, this is the idea. Barca will start at favorite. But so let's not take out Real Madrid, especially. That's your final game idea. They are capable of doing everything, especially in a 1-0 final game.
That's right. Until Yemrana over FA Cup or quick.
Oh, then the Yemra.
Aston Villa, Crystal Palace.
Yeah. Semi, that's semi.
You know the experience.
Tina make us say, a bit me a call for any day actually. Why are you? Why are they?
And United, one of games says video.
Well, team BT expectations, but
that team no real.
Yeah, time of picture.
No more.
That's how team we are out to win.
Yes. It's the first season or the almost place here.
It's just about my first one. I
so coach only me to bet me.
Baba you feel
Abafi say no kono nya abo. He say you try chairman pia at 10. You see
after 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Chairman honey after 2.
See 3 years Jazz bro.
I'll
do.
Jazz bro dancing honey.
Filling station.
Okay.
I'm saying no, when we go cast after 2 car be okay. To transport people to the place. 3 years Jazz bro. To me go jano. Moi papa ba mo je no. I like that. You used to buy no man.
Papa ba.
Yes, yes 5 and then go for our time. Na you know. Do a year dia na mo kantem.
Na asemi as a weekend as a obi a wata get na as
o da bi say me catch na yes o mo mani age no
na o no mani age
are ho ba na no Jamaica we dey say nyobi ate sisi a me ka say obi timo wi a coaches mi yi o mo fi onye je na set no ade ama no awe league no mai do.
Oh yes
league no mai de
Ghana league no clubs na nyaade
it will be
nyaade
clubs na nyaade
born na mo ko fe
nyaade
say the players no say stadium na man for man ntini hu omo yi
omo nyaade
mo en challenge omo
yo da kura see etimi nya abotre kan bibi che players ni bibi omo nyaade
Ghana players
omo bebre nyaade so omo ma high plum na say si for.
I'm one person who believes that your name a precipitated performance.
Yeah, Jatu.
Other than that, and son, this got to go boys or boy. Omunina came with a certain name. And then what the man no more born. Other than that, Unya got to come more. Boy, I know Olympics. Me kai the way he was described. Empty. So if he comes and is not performing to that level, it is up to people to sit down and assess and find out the reasons. But I can't say omo nyade dia. Bibi ntire bi omo momo den to say the omo bo. And we have to look at that. So on them say omo na nya den a na eja ba say the omo fa ko training.
And look at them to I support.
Obi antum ri kanko. Say TikTok ne snap no mo che wo so a ya pe kwan be fa so omo phones no I say mra.
No be private phone.
And then oh yeah, they private phone. My example. My general manager as a CEO of a football club. Now my phone so I don't draw scenario. Yes, this is a good one. Not say. You see the danger I walk sell the players in a trap back or Ghana. I never say girl be best will be out. Na girl na air corn. Obi aso to me the number. Ebi a only say girl be in area no.
Obesra me na
all come me be ko me me share the steps no so na for more.
Ti wan ko ja
obi ho say hold mo oba
je. Ebi enye be na ma be we ko ja o mo. Now no baba na tina serve you in gas mo de mo nyesa obi na girl bi manage about wa. No we see abontin. Aye hu source na. Now they did I'm on my heart who did.
There's a be a program na ko.
Fast we are not to break.
We just get na no.
Da me de minim no.
So see get na do ti obi adia.
Nipa no. We sneak up here through them. Who go na chi na team manager. Enti on na mo sa na no obi eso age ne number. Enti bia na we akọ yeah, now we are here.
Now we have
the problem about also cool team. Now there was a problem with the goalkeeper number 5. The investigation just only in chasing game. In the 5 near mistake because the keeper and manager. Where power light on a year. Say keeper no so ban 5 no so he say no. On to we man who say and go for baba. And then more year son. And normally say some of them have to move out of the place. Oma one where we you can crave ni akope baby am what now baby.
Now we do bono.
And there were a lot of implications.
Obi anu aduane wa mame.
And na we cry you see we obi antwitwi hayi. Obi anye say most of the problems about montem. So mu gina park so pa ba abehwa. Na issues.
Na say de nka wo pese omo tena faako na omo bond no.
Akofa problem abro. Tell me, say why somebody is not performing. We go cry embarrassment, man.
Aye. And I come at the bottom, man. None of actually no. Where be ye?
Tell me, I'm be a catching so much time there. So boss send out the journal out. Something be put to over the edge because some could free cement. Knowing that winning bonus, remember. I'm on the good 20. Also, say go now. O pass now, on pass a point. To be a word also.
Not time we are not winning bonus in the
and I make us say there are certain subcultures. Would be here. Or say or say Omulusu match Jordan no mumpi. Se kotokol bobo no mulusua. Obianka omunko ye meeting, but the next day you not see anybody in town. But some sha that's where the chest out and people were giving them money near there. Engineer money be o wa said on Liverpool near there am church romo. Or say I think some of them don't know the club they are playing for.
See.
Ebinum say
a cabesi and no old player being come on media.
Difference wo baby na wo ni baby awaban. I had a lose match.
I saw what you say sir.
Ulusu match said the wa ko boni no. Ejo gina park no so a oni say. Ni nyina timi bo perform on the Real Madrid for year.
Almost share players na bufu.
Almost ntia say.
They are playing.
O say you Champions League kura quarter but that score line. No almost imagine Real Madrid is beating again the Copa del Rey.
A disaster.
Enti sa ne mani nyina na nzo o say omo they should know where they are.
And they be know ya again. I think orientation no e wo form. I think orientation no form.
Challenge them.
They need to be reoriented.
Challenge them.
No, they're not.
Yeah, man for a work kakra o players in the coaches so another to go trouble opportunity. Jawo mu na go for
because o ma to top
no mo aduma kakra.
Just say o ma say na obi bo let you.
O mo tama o kai Dombote story no. At House of Folk. Match bi e da bi nye Dombote lie. I think a lie na Dombote and na sa loti one of them. Ya bo on bo match here no supporters no so anya dey we see na from was stadium mo.
And they bro they are not in.
So we see challenge na me just say.
Na we dey sir.
But
challenge we
dey challenge.
I said the next match no kai I say
Babu to and na me legend ba ko din komo. Don say me so say e be a producers abo amani Isaac Amwako story no. amanfo push for Amoako as Kotoko goalkeeper's trainer. Na no na me legend back no so they need to be around because omo ha suban bebre ho omo nsoso omo di kan no twa so kra ansana management kra ba beso. That is on the point he was trying to make. Say omo ha
also omo feel it.
Yes omo di kan we twa so oh there's any team lose ball na mo te bas mu din komoni ade no so obi say legend be assistant coach onim say power na obetimi a blast him or cry nya ni nyina na be coach adwuma fe na de bia na say coach no mpenipa coach no mpenipa and I was giving an example of good cop bad cop o say de bia no manipa ba ko bad cop afi na no waye but de do ba bia ye rotate te do ba bia say match bi o mo special coach be kam coach kura ba on kasa those assistant coach abe boja match bi o bo say coach abe boja na assistant coach bom na eden e kroko na equipe system no flowing.
For instance, you cannot use your phone after night.
When you get to a certain level in life,
you see, you should have enough sleep.
And the necessary.
Some of them will easily do that. They will be also on that. A habit. I can't obey your phone. Okay, obeko training be 5 or 6. And you be no other be 4 hours. And affecting the person.
About affect. Me too say me I had that problem.
You only need daily.
And me go prepare EBA. You have to take some because me wait me that we are 1:30 now to me that. But while to say dey be chibia no abre.
Wabre, say anything now
what you say.
Babo go na mama nchia papa bi.
Okay.
So the Premier College na kwaku on.
Okay. And na kra na watch na say me call dey no we come.
Na say never visiting. O don't you call them bia.
Oh, there more permission kaka. We want to my gate man no.
I said one go on.
I said but what do school?
Gate body how di.
Bia me bi kwa kuja.
Gate man na gate.
We were down for teacher ni wo ho no mo a me frɛ na oba be gine akoma.
Ba ye nya ne sa.
Me ko am afɛ teacher ni sem pacho. The house master my down for.
Mr. Akwasi Oduro Boating.
Mr. Akwasi
Oduro Boating.
Nya Boating.
Okay. Or a lawyer. On the side, assistant master was admin.
Mlanim.
Finsoni. Also a very chair. I'm making a good point.
Yes, you are
lawyer. Or you papa say.
Yes, you are.
But this is the second time Oboni Dio.
And also you papa say.
Papa.
Lawyer.
Second time.
Who was headmaster there? Ni assistant ni papa pan enye de mo dwuni ni bia.
Yeah.
No go papa.
Into me to us.
Enye o ma fan say ni papa.
But onso ni pa o baby pa.
Enye baby a wo hen. Babo enko na. I'm the same Rama players.
No we say Asamates a day 2 days before the like say match and the Saturday they take the players phone say by 6 or 7 and the Saturday anyway they take all the phone they give it to them after the game because
me at to a point now because for 2 seasons running I think the IMC I try methods be brave so I think if almost total papa so say I got 8 matches if almost final of the FA Cup let's give them this opportunity. So I'm to papa to be moving forward. I say some starting me.
My example, you alone in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Without TV or your phone.
Yeah. What done temper? Yes.
Obeda.
The only data.
Obeda.
And now you do lighter.
Obeda.
Yes,
Obeda. Yes, you do so. You do lighter. Better there. But steady you do light now.
Obeda.
What do you about so that? Do I need to enough light now? But maybe a fan neighbor.
No, a lot of issues. Because, for example, just imagine now no issues. Now is it because the last 2 home games, but could be see player na mami no ebe kono to stadium. Oba ira bobo. So to just imagine say player stadium. Na mami stadium. Stadium oba ira bobo.
One go to on ntiro mo.
Say be see in a game.
Omo bodi no won to kwa.
We na I witness the captain
the fan boy na my da no. But no in itself no nya hwe. You don't get it.
It's psychological.
Man can go for bed man. So omo kokun. Ono kwa be na ha.
That no be said dem na me see you. Ko to omo boy wie.
To kwa si abra be man ni.
Press box oh.
Press box.
Around that area.
Edi enti na omo ko.
Okay. Oba no ba ko no. The oye the main na ono
claims are the main.
O claims are the area no. Ehun se na danfo no.
Eti na chi.
Da buzo okọ
Emazubo crude.
Okọ odukru no ho no. Okọ odukru no. Ana okọ ga omo emanu se omo de phone ye ta ne ma no. Ana odukọ to ne
start.
Ana we hu ye. Ana o question na danfo no.
Boy dey dem ni.
So onim nema onim setup ni bibia. Ana o question na danfo no. How do okọ ye den? Na escalate here.
Say the mono be question.
Say hono shia.
Na so mo ye nungwa che.
So tell you the kind of Najumum
na go.
So do go be he.
Okay, ejuma na say.
Case na no dem so
watch man on no.
Watch man.
Oh, I was unless the players organize a watch man.
Watch man
Watch man go get you.
Na camera new pure.
I think some of the back.
Today 2025 April where your players live. Nana
no camera.
Camera anymore.
Rented apartment in no. Say no ma dia. Say o ma dia there. O say the
captain Jack.
You know how much it costs to fix a camera?
Captain Jack.
And just too much bia, but I'm talking about
the safety of your players, the movement.
When you own as we are talking about
the camera. Oh, camera and Vango 229 yemu. Hey, that's simple.
Environment.
Abusco grab it my yamo. Abusco.
Yeah, Abusco.
Abusco yebi.
Abusco.
Yeah.
Where back on?
Oh, so Abusco. And one say, what fix the camera? Can one never be of woman.
I think
I don't need the presence of anybody. Coach and that team manager, and the camera is on your phone.
Of course,
He has internet. But when I think that we so maybe I'm moving forward, there's some they count corridor.
What is freedom? Yes, it's and
what is a matured
so now I am a two sala crana, yes, more Bama. Oh, now it do do Baba camera natural, Banu round them. See fines, suspensions. Freedom, and
also dynamic
and go out to Nano. Obi to akwu obi eni no freedom no
o to be na me say
guy bi ti em say angel left man no ni go say when ya game na get no baba na okwo get no na go na fasikan
o do wono
oyo say memo no o je se kan no besu
manu ba jo wana
Ora para show se o saka mano when o just Ghana do about the boni ama now we are see me for Obama house me imprint o dey right me am bring yes me Obama right bench I said all the same
the last time can I say
almost we move security man no
ka camera o ha we say ke
security man
o me hu the obo ni
say security man no was doing no
never capture
no o correct no I am Obama no msa kwa we
no to I then me last time I saying omunjai kra place near mo tra dem oba wa akopel rent
but we so on advantage
into say the own couple rent now ba betra efie ha de emre nie that should be it so ba betra efie ha de ya yeah emre ni ani e fine
you do go tra baby boy bra obi no betra
to boy see
these are young men they have some of them on good salary.
Yeah, I think
of course.
I think the best is junior team no cost are rented. You know, players they should be allowed to rent their own. But strict emra,
you save a lot of cost.
Yeah,
the car plan and the umbrella.
Channel,
but it should be in a form of like a boarding house system.
The camping crana is a got go a bohuma, Omonkoda hotel be more. If you say one Saturday near about 20 miles per hour.
That boarding house system where they have chefs. Maybe almost 10. This will be Piaco some of them genuinely what that be any better now about 9. No, it goes with a lot of. At least 2 times a day you serve them. So I saw the camera aboard. This will be restricted, but to ensure 2 days before you cannot use your phone. And there's a device and all the to check if somebody is using the phone. So I'm money in an about place now.
But
Rana can to say more any idea. It will be active baby not time be drones also coffee.
Of course, and
that's some form of idea check. Yes, I won't go over which one time number 1 2. No, night go beyond go busan.
They went to me cry.
So, about of now go via we and yes, or suspect about better worried say
12 days.
No, 12 there though. From 12. 12 how do you run 12 1 2 1 hour chilling and also
12 to 1 no.
Also coffee. Also coffee.
You do kokra.
You do 10 go answer questions
10 no.
10 answer questions.
10 you bet in
10 Then my wife.
And I just 10 p.m.
Oh yeah.
10.
You know my 10 oh yeah.
Answer questions.
Time.
Oh yeah.
At least watch by 7 should be in there.
Yeah.
Just
traffic in 7.
Traffic
in 7.
7 now coffee.
7
now no meetings in league no edu home stretch. Esia you do baby edu point obia o person league ni dia
running
or down the wedi senior England for no friend running no Kotoko enye entirely out of the race but very difficult sisi ayi ati say nkofo bi no forta now mo Kotoko no so senior maka say operation 18 points no o mutimi gain those points no then they will hope say be bit me pie fimu aba but football as it is no you play to win enti matches aka no eso omo komu so ombe dey so betimi ahye more so crowd no because omo san wo FA Cup semi final no tama won say Kotoko yere ho na o cross the semi final say boundary na final no bit negotiable
negotiable as is.
Oh, as in they can manage it.
Negotiable you know who I'll be about do final no negotiable.
No, negotiable as in yes, negotiable as in who ya no man na edu akwa do hono mo. So, I think say every meeting na omo ye promises from the players, promises from the technical team and all the other people around no. I think say so with me etimi yield that required results no. League ni there senior yahwe
agada say good morning players living together is outmoded and long gone,
of course.
But the players should also learn to understand their profession. That's all.
I think
that's
right.
the word
yeah I think he's right. Sometimes you know I dey be say a serve as check and balance on you wow no cry so we say me ball do we and piaka you na no betim the idea of person we they say the ball na over pesika na wa yero no over pesika enti time Kotoko for no omo adwuma it is for Gold Stars for me to lose the league than any other team even though still are running no yeah ebirum wo mu bi kakra fine ya there but
aka many matches
aka 6
and some of the wrong league table
actually obi the buy actually obi correct First one I did was now it was a wrong one.
Yeah.
By today Obi send
They are not between that for but
the first one you know the so
okay. I do stage I was talking about Obi how in the league we I can't match
not per se aka 6 so
to some 5
even to some extent
I can be there 5
even though it's 6 but almost back
so no more kind of 5
but then I will born Obi super bomber
and because it to some because House of Folk is not playing this weekend.
For instance, House of Folk
but he's taking points in the matches. And then points I am from 1 I am 5. But because you be gaining the points, it adds to the game that you are playing.
Yes, I can say. What's a Bible 6, Bible 5?
Over 5 no one you play.
Over 6 now. Because and has for example. And no more. But he's playing to get like indirectly.
No point in there.
Or the points.
It's there for them. I come 5 matches.
Yes. Instead of 6 matches. So, Town, me let me say Go Stars in the league is for the is theirs to lose than others know or one yes, me do too. So we are a pretend I'm not even giving up for Kotoko. But
is it because Omodasu in Aukasa?
Omodasu no. Any say
because they have a 2-point difference.
We have permutation now and yeah can and the 3 points in my house. Almost was 3 points in be down.
Almost asem no match him almost say sad than no more amon obi so babo man
and 3 points is assured
it's not like
but 3 points is assured we are more assured than the all
so in terms of assurance
yeah
obi so match you also ono so assured so be say
of course I me to me sir but still no one we are still more assured than obi because no one me answer no we bet me lose we bet me draw now bet me win so but we there say me answer no ba ko pe na constant de man no so on there and let's say House of Folk for instance weekend the constant said they are getting 3 points they don't care whatever happens where so when the mama they can ho na me hwe some of the games no one one the catch me say it is for them to lose than tama House ni Watara
they have games
some difficult games for instance how many Chelsea know a game that say
goes as almost 2 away matches 3 home matches.
Who are still not giving up.
But why should they give up?
So
why should they give up? 47 points.
Until I just say Ubia Wumbi. So
47 points. Nobody. I don't give you up. You could talk about some artists more 42.
And it has.
Busy, but Saka has crown if they okay. So House was saying
42.
House of 42.
No, 45 nations. So go for 12 more than no soon.
Depend on
it goes as a commission no.
Commission
and nations so air call Chelsea. And
Chelsea version Kotoko boy Diana.
Oh, I bomb every table near me mal projections. The league no so be after weekend.
Oh man, weekend
Kotoko be move up kakro.
So many 3 points.
Oh, you 3 become
we got 3 points, but they will move up
50.
No, the other 1 point or 3 points.
They will move up kakra. Okay, we weekend be bana Kotoko na 4.
So Kotoko now 1 point. They should forget about the league. So Kotoko and Shena now 1 point. They should forget about
it. Now 1 point. Be top 3 no, top 4 no.
No, what you say?
Why be now 1 point? Be who say it will go against.
I say what you say.
But Gold Stars 1 point. A game changer for them.
Gold Stars now
that 1 point no.
About a yama almost so 0 points.
And do you know why? Do you know why any game changer?
Tell me.
If Gold Stars gets a point, now with 54.
Yeah.
Now Kotoko, assuming they beat Ediana, 59 4 points. The entire any game changer and say, let me catch you say if Kotoko now they will never 4 points. Kotoko have a game against Gold Stars.
And Gold Stars also have a game against Kotoko.
Tell me, can you know? No, Gold Stars not Kotoko all more. So Gold Stars, Kotoko Gold Stars. 1 point still remains.
Last season,
I know who. I don't know.
And the captain.
If Gold Stars, if Kotoko even should beat Gold Stars,
and the point becomes 1. So that 1 point, no.
1 point.
Go start to go.
Now who game against
but don't go anymore. So like
but so I'm saying
me the only thing is that operation 6 points is what I doubt.
Yeah, it's 18 points. Zito the other one.
It's a bit.
That's where the issue is.
Because
you have to win all.
But for goal stars, there
dropping point they will
be dropping.
As for nations, they will. But as for Kotoko to get all the 6,
is the issue.
Because Haas will. Haas Mediama.
Or has the
Mediama.
Kumasi.
Mediama everywhere is a big man.
And Makajo said the Kotoko has
last battle.
For Binum say that game they will win.
And then do be
the conversation. I agree with you perfectly. Maybe I will free banner. On said now you can't afford to drop a point. You have to pick every point to be at the winner.
And if they should win, Captain, and they
26.
If Kotoko should win all the matches, they will win the league.
Yes, and you will 65.
No, and it's a show banker.
So no, Zito a pledge, you know.
Because 65 points, your chance of winning the league, you know. To get 65 points and only 7. And that is why people feel say and your manager Acheampong Kotoko Aduana.
Now they capable. Because which match win matches in
there? On say Omuyebi
has goals.
Omuyebi at this same time now. Our matches no more ball with those teams, you know.
Yeah, man.
This season.
Okay.
Also Kotoko lose 4 to us. So 4 now no must have 2 papas you be more. Betchem Lions. Nations. Heart of Lions, Nations. South 4 no and na Legon City by Legon City Kotoko share no. Ti South 4 no must have draw be mom Lions draw. Betchem draw. Nations.
Because on Lions game. So my boy.
But me kasa 4 na e ma pressure ba ogum so.
Gold Stars.
They say Aduana has Mediama Gold Stars, Dreams, Vision. These are the 6 matches for Kotoko.
Kotoko game against Vision.
Yes, last match.
Away.
Atema.
Not Dreams in fit into Vision in fit into you.
And what happened is that first round no Kotoko share Diana. Kotoko share Ghana football na ya
mom credit kakra.
And Ghana football na me analysis.
Pressure buy no. Kotoko lose 4 twice no ko share Diana. And no ko share Haas. No share Haas. And no share Gold Stars. And no share Dreams. And no share Vision. And no ni Mediama board draw. This are 6 matches na aka Kotoko no. First round we need 5 and a board draw 1.
Okay.
That was our 6 matches.
No man
in the coin.
Man, they say no, yeah.
But now no so no. Nothing now lose to 4.
Do they have that squad?
No to first round. Omo lose 4. Etaso. And omo we need 5. A board draw 1. Etwaso. Just like say omo lose 2.
In terms of personnel.
Omo the first round.
Omo was that team no and between Akasi win all 6 matches. They determined.
They do. Because fortunately for Kotoko, goalkeeping no injury. Right back na injury or in Lord Amwa. Clearly he's out of the game. Was started on a power aye and Asaka.
Power there here.
No power.
Wow, power, yeah.
Power Jim Strategy.
Yeah. Enti omo na mo ka jagu mu a.
Support the honu biako.
Oh. Enti Lord Amwa ne Saka eba. Oh. And Ablo soba. But new injury near Peter so akoka injury for no. Peter Aqua. I'm also out of the game. And but we are new free. Almost every player seems to be okay for now. In TE if
form no so yet.
Form ne de enye.
Say form no na dey question season.
Say form ne nye but emine bi sa no mo lose 4 to us so all of a sudden who no form na sa ba biem de akwa kwese 5.
More potential there.
Exactly. And I say the conversation is Aduana na Kotoko home. But sa 5 no mo share a board draw 1. Na no Aduana home. And omo ko share. But now Kotoko home. Accra. But you know the conversation when it comes
Mediama
takwa biem. Kumasi and a vision yet dreams Kumasi na Gold Stars here so and also on the dynamics you have to go
as only dreams or match
yes
and then you vision
dreams
and then match is a dozen
6
6 matches
yes 6 matches
Adriana dreams vision
Kodokodo 6 also
and Mediema
okay
Kodokodo 6 also
so these are the 6 matches into 6 you know home near Adriana dreams Mediema Adriana dreams Mediema
after Adriana no dreams
no after Adriana has so go home the make out go home matches
okay
Adriana dreams Mediema and away near has vision Gold Stars they need to bring their A game but Coach Zito so far obey changes kakra was starting 11 no obey changes kakra right back no obema Sifa na bebo right back ho na obema Ansu ene Samba now our boy see do left that is what is coming say blame nothing edu ko bench emenyo because as o my entry no ho adwuma kakra ne ba yaya ti ebia o mumienu no to start in the middle near very very high won community you to and I be obebo
league no probably you know the
obetimi abokwa me poku ni abetamu abom yeah obetimi abokwa me ni abetamu anabom yeah nti en hwese ne ebeko won community
we are no mbekwa akra no
Fortune House so rested this weekend house rested this weekend the pressure be any house so but me to o dey enjoy next week
that with you
Noto I Dr. Edu or Dr. Edu SMB test
so atunu nkra
and Dr. Edu ne yere ne yere Mrs. Khadija Edu Muhammad Mrs. Khadija Edu Muhammad Dr. Edu we ne say on ne ndo so nti ne ba ko emu na o nti ene na woda nti Biso
Emran is
F4 can go maximum 4
like then never wako form
if you can if you're financially stable.
Okay, so who determines that? Because we are Managerial tell me financially stable. Bank of Romania was a go to me. That number Marco.
So who dear? Who you buy anymore? I want to buy those amount. We didn't answer. We don't have one.
Yeah, but more go create confusion. You know Juma we said Juma man what's the them Jimudi? No also man is who I am.
So who do you do dia?
So doctor say o call for complete. December no the last one so.
No na on the only problem.
So no on the obia
and that get to for until.
As say the go onuka be ko la se wu. Pressure be kuno ho be dun
ni. This again. Otuo
after this weekend I expect Kotoko's house will be our all league interest. Biano should write to the FA say games now teams no more Premier League no will be a game in your life. After this weekend, so be I expect Kotoko there somewhere because now no dey go see you be any no. Nanka me so say Kotoko any house for nko game any teams so met me be e dey share matches. But when the game air live, you know do our team yet. Etino, we should be giving some teams advantage over the others. I want if we can match ni we na obi abon dey we are. Teams are more Premier League no. Omo nya interest omo games no. O dey yet ni match bia bia omo na omo Premier League no nko ade. Omo games e say about life.
3 teams.
Say e bobo.
Ahas nka. Unya nsu at 3 points. Na che Kotoko kan ho aka ho.
aha am be she
na so nya vim
na bi ani fu ya twi mbebe 10 points
sa ka 18 points
people lose 1 2 3
11 points
11 points here they are in gown 11 points there
because to esa esa mo e ma teach advantage ko na lo ko si we bi ni no enya ade papa up till now penalty no unse mediama pa
wo penalty
say na problem no
na ni ade wa
ti asem no ti o mediama pa omo unse mbo match no my highlight da ba omo ya match highlight no 2 penalties na ba game no mu omo the first penalty no mo yaba the incident and the save last penalty na ba 90 plus 9 dey en come highlight no
o kan go start
me mediama for ankasa
away
omo highlight omo ko be ni say any problem no the game after the game the coach was very angry in postman say ni ma see no okasa no ba chiri ndo onkasa
okay
eti saa ni na esi no ekosi obe ni no kotokoni has mu no say omo game any life a omo cho omo be bi eti enu kwa say
ba wo hungu na
sabo ne be hu ba incident in up to now me never found a highlight no omo chire go no so man chire the different ni ba o hu bi da
me dia ma na mo si ezisi o mo
say dia ma de nesi ni say no omo police o on police o go in kan anything when you incident na film
na won ti asem ti afela
ani me dem yi incident na film omo de go no nko aba
ndai zo mi ni na
ani omo ti ase enti no teams na aka no obi agem should be live dey see any ganti eye sa dey ande obi ade na enyi enti wo so wo kire wa
alright
no e bi no wa se na wo
so we ana
o fa na me ba
na me ye na me
yeah anti mami mo Ajia Khadija Edu Mohammed Abaso na ko bon fa fi bebe enka
njiro ba yo
ni fi ho mitoto so wunim no na ma bre papa oh David doctor no wo de no doctor de bia o kan wasem enti no Ajia Khadija Edu Mohammed happy birthday David enyon ne kan so meba office ni ade nkomo na even though so I agree with Zakito say matches na aka no but you need na at least run in no very important. There's nothing like go stars the team kitwa kotoko yake say kotoko game say you have to full game e be hard game ni TV no so e be ya has na enka league what you to
oh yes ana say a big club
but I
that is the matches because
so I agree say na you want TV sponsor idea ana ono sisa no pedia but we ni bi
but you see
but say a good league no
they want more eyeballs
yes
they want more eyeballs
that team so they require the relegation team be order
but we also think about the sanity
but there be man it is not TV.
That's why I disagree with Zakito say
DFA should ensure
also just say well who go
with you DFA goes
yes well who go into no there was a fishy deal I believe say baby go start they won on merit because your reporter call I pick a phone and call him myself and me busa them say oh mommy
but waka say they did not win on merit
oh so I just say boom na way and
it's
on your merit
then also me person why he's joining a certain competition. Other than Abo boy, Bibiabana go be the Ama.
And to so therefore, there's a fishy deal.
It is possible. Yes, there's a fishy deal. It is possible. Something might have gone on.
Who's that? And I'm only about anyway.
Oh no, analyze this statement.
Oh, no, say Mr. First, and I want to me because I give example. I the first one no.
A buy,
yeah. Where
it's but as far as we are concerned, but then go start to the one merit. They've prepared a team.
Oh, you have seen.
Report.
The team you cannot get to this.
Yes, me a report from a reporter
on top of the league.
Before Semiko baby, I called him. So on mommy, ne independent about that. Before I know business support team be, and he told me you supporter. Oh, no, I catch him. Oh yeah, I wanted to aside everything. But that person who's there in the first place in the game of 2 point December. Over sense we be in the course. And to Mugusano, so team Ben was supporting also because I'm okay. Then on my man the report about the game, and he told me that all the 2 penalties were clear penalties. all the 2 penalties.
Na wahu.
Me and me who here said you here but me rely on him because on my report. He do kind of hano. So yes, goal stars won on merit and they be they are doing it say by dint of hard work and I want to believe Selig beating Nigeria the game against Vichy no very key which
that let me interview no FIFA coach Watara dey no gidi say Watara be ma be ye bi o me ni nyina
azeze
ba bi o dru no so say so kase do si kasa ya cause sabi if you na ukom no if you for no o si fi for no ebi ni wo won to ka be den watra fi o asam na waka sa na kire sanka etisa kura no a na ke so manage sa na tie kura so manage but to voice out e be ka say dia na kire say abusua na wo mu no o pe so free ntino sa na tie because so see enipa bi ese potaje na adwuma na ndate za no kai na dia na wo kɔ no ba bi a wo kɔ no nipa bi se ade na obeye ma ne nyi abe na wo kɔ ya ayeyi ebe na kɔ ya ade na ayeyi omo abu ko so mu edu atwa nsuo yi omo duru nsuo no fifi omo je mu na omo kama wo tia wo sa na omo twa nsuo no no omo ko je obunum abi eti no mi dem diri yi sa da bi ameka so oba ye ne nyina support Watara am support Asofok support Bochama am support Asofok so bia we has Asofok abusu bia ba me support no said the better has let me akonkan ba we of late and near my last this year you ready to the last 14 matches na start you see about 8 matches you win one yare ni yade a idi agro enye yade idi agro 8 matches you win one and at the end you get carry na corner every year be ade increase started board last season you know 6 matches you share baako the following year 8 matches you win one the following year 9 we dey start 14 I started 40. So I check his points and so you 50 da since the G League, you know. You 50 points in that. The be a 40 plus. And then you only can begin here. It means I say at all last. Now I call them. Do so many can say, yeah, I'm not this week. It's me at next week. It was the technical team no more time. Yeah, also the prepared team no. Now this is the time one. Who check out Asofok record from 1911 basis there is no coach here. Because the question to also 3 out of coach Asofok. This record no Asofok. But Abutre nyam water Asofok nisa record no. 3 league match 2 and I move democracy 1 3 e be near record but nyam Abutre yanya butre saa ma eniama timi akoso saa edikinya ma me kasa eniama wia ti the American say abutre a wose yenya bia yanya mo watara but one saa kotoko match so never bodia one never try bench ya eniama wose wo ye ne de ka ho na eyie no onye
buma kotoko mo nyu anza
ye ka de you said you know you prepare. You said no one you prepare. Yeah, prepare. Has it you prepare? You prepare from Monday you prepare. What does it? It's the can say. Technical team no. Technical team no. You catch them 2 weeks break. And you send me baby free back. 2 weeks break. 2 weeks break. What does it?
Back home match na. What's that to blue? Omubo wi adwada na munya ma cha ase
ye ne bohom ye pekra no a da bi pepe ye be start ye die ye ne bohom etie die da bia pepe ye be start ye die ono oba opa ma ne ma ye be gi points ye be ko park ne so etie die ya start ya achepa am say 2-3 years am say 3 years e show no ai am so wakola no na share sa go no defender no
wafa ayi
okujeya ya ko head share na
kwadu
ya adoma emse me kan
ya so asa
obo kama
ba ko zu Caleb na share
Caleb na America na mze Caleb na America Caleb na America get Accra Caleb na America Oteka Caleb na America and no share no scoreboard Caleb na America na me mze credit adom eti die kan say House of Folk supporters ya upe supporters your mom prepare 3 seasons ago House supporters okay enti ya tutoni ya masa de be ya e ma be koso yi amai na me last one am di twa to ne football na so me ye ne Ghana no da bia na woka ye de ye be so bibi kakra kan wo se de ye no ba wo se de ne kotokone has players ya ye wo ya eniema agi ensam no a kotokoko de players ne ye che ye de no e ba grade ya omo de ne ye che ye de no ba tie kotokoko ensam no a no mabusa mo se na edi enti wo se pasa because o me ye in place bia ye be bo tretre wa ha no na 6 months ni in House of Folk players ka azomba bo tretre wa eti ye wani ma bi wa se esiwi a afi ni akwa chaki we say da bia me no na me ka to say before ajanka be su a obi enye twam bi enye duro pe na ma me wo wa emusa de akola na ye ne ma me wa emusa do but o bo ba na o su a obi be duro pe akola wo ya ki abo no wo ya akola boni waya ki abono nti se guguo ne ba wa hwe yi a gale kro bi hono no kan hono no yo de be kan ho ko to wase na America no nti efa mo pa players ni nyina bi beto bo House of Folk House of Folk dia sa to bi anya bote no be yi Bishop Charles Jardin of Action Chapel Possibility Center
Miami New Charles
obon ya nta be bon
Miami New Charles. Many I can to apa. Oh, Charles. No one at the way. Oh, Charles Mini apa. Na sorry war ayi. There be Christian service of.
Oh no, don't know what that's.
Christian service of me chebe bi asori wo.
Was it team? Oh okay.
And then there
sometimes asori bi left on the break bi.
And there Bishop Charles Jardin of Action Chapel Possibility Center on the
start dancing so kwa over right we about Christians over right I be call doctor so no one left one on the bricks be
yeah okay
Charles no I been
young
pastors
na yeah the mini part
why are they
but the one doesn't work na also the